Good morning.
Good morning.
Special good morning to the three
Oh, there are three?
people that understood that reference.
I was one.
You were one. You know what? It's a special day today. I'm more excited about, like, my birthday was in August, and I'm more excited about today, legitimately.
What's special about today, besides it being September 1st?
That's it. It's September 1st. It's 1 week from today is NFL football.
Yes.
Like, it's all ahead of us.
You know, can you feel it?
I 100%.
I can hear it.
I can feel it. I can hear it. I can smell it.
It's like in your innards.
It
just
is
wanting out.
I can feel it all the way down in my blood.
But also, there's like a little bit of like, that's your excitement. There's like, hey, here's the angel. But the devil's like, it's going to be 9,000 degrees.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like, this is so much better because, like, in February, or let's say in January.
Maybe even February?
Yeah. We can fade that down if you want.
I don't.
If in January, it's like, the Super Bowl's coming up and you still have basketball and all that. And that's like the first domino to fall. Like, oh, God, NFL's going away. This is the beginning.
Yeah.
Beginning of the end.
Yeah. That's already that early?
When Super Bowl, as soon as the credits roll with Super Bowl.
The credits. You stay for the credits?
Honestly, I'm not. Yes. Because they always have that extended scene.
Yeah, you might get bloopers.
It preps you up for next year. Yeah, exactly. You get the outtakes. Honestly, it's when the playoffs start. And I don't.
That gets you.
I don't get
less
down.
Games?
Yes. I don't get down. It's just.
I gotcha.
I'm now aware of it.
Okay.
Bing, I'm aware of it.
I guess it hits me is not for the year long, but of a sporting event is the tournament. I think the first 4 days are incredible.
Yeah.
And yes, the basketball's better as it goes along. But there's less games on.
Exactly.
But there's still great games.
They're great games, but
yeah, there's
less.
Yeah.
Then you get into
less is not more.
So you have basketball, you have the tournament coming up, you have the start of baseball.
Yeah.
But to me, even though, so in March and April, like, you're still in it where you have all the basketball going on, you're still in a great time of year, baseball's coming up, it's still, but that's less enjoyable than now, because even though I've got the thing, it's there, we've got the stuff to talk about, I know that the dreaded off season is approaching.
Dreaded.
Now we don't have it. We don't have the thing to talk about. But I know that we can talk about talking about the thing.
Oh, we can talk about talking about it?
We can preview the things.
Oh.
And I know that soon ahead of us is all of it's Wonderland.
It is.
It's days where we're gonna have all the sports on, even hockey that nobody cares about. It's all gonna be on at the same time.
Yeah, I know how special it is, but NFL Sundays are
the best.
Awesome.
They're the best.
Like, even next Thursday when we're doing the show, I'll be excited for the opener, and I will watch the Rams and the Bills.
Yes.
But Sunday will be
Of
better.
course.
I mean, the Bills-Rams game, maybe the game of the year in game one.
Yep.
But they're all on. And the red zone and, breakfast and the lunch and dinner and, oh my, all watching football.
The only thing, I mean, there's nothing I disagree with you on. As a matter of fact.
And our fantasy teams will be undefeated.
They will be undefeated. And it'll be the first week of fantasy.
Yeah, like, I've got the best team. This is the best team I've ever drafted. Then by week 4, I'm like, I hate my team.
The only thing that's like one year I hit Sunday, but I was down like 95-2 because they had their Thursday game. They just went off.
Did you come back?
No. No.
He's still talking about it.
I will say this. This is the only downside. Because football kicks off next Thursday, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be 103.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah.
And I know that I can't see ahead till Sunday, but it's supposed to be 95 on Saturday. I'm saying the only thing that's going to stink about these next couple of Sundays where there's football, it's going to be awesome. But the best is like, it's crisp. Leaves are falling. Yeah. You wake up, you start out with a hoodie on, and then you just kind of throughout the day. There's nothing like the sound of football, the smell of barbecued meat at 10 a.m.
Wow.
and crisp fall days. That to me is like, honestly, if there's a heaven, it's not in Iowa. That's what it is.
That's what you want. That's your picture.
When I die, if I'm going to the pearly gates,
the red zone's on.
Red zone is always on.
There's a hint of meat in the background.
What is that?
And it's fall.
Oh, it's fall.
It's what, in the 60s?
Oh, definitely. I would
not
say
50s.
Low 60s.
Low 60s.
And by low, I mean like between 60 and 65.
Okay, well, that's low.
No higher than 65.
Okay.
No higher than 65. Just enough to where like I could be in a t-shirt, but I don't want to be. And
but you could be in shorts.
Could absolutely.
Like, I'm comfortable.
That is my favorite uniform. Is
sweatshirt
and shorts.
Yeah.
And it's where you can have chili at 11 a.m. That's fine.
It is acceptable.
Oh, it's 100% okay.
Yeah. You plan your meal.
I do.
For Sunday.
I plan my meal for Sunday on Sunday.
The day of?
The previous day, Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's on.
Wow. It's like, so do you ever have a bye week?
I guess you're traveling. Oh, no, 17.
Yeah.
Well, like I'll be at not opening weekend, but the weekend after I'm out of town. And it's cool. It's going to be a fun trip. But also, like, I won't be home for football. And that's kind of lame.
Yeah.
And then Halloween's coming, and it'll be super crispy, and there'll be little outfits and stuff. Well, I don't know if my kids are doing it this year. No, I'm saying like I don't know if they're gonna trick or treat.
Right. I gotcha.
I feel like 14 and 13 that's the cutoff, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Screw Halloween. Well, we'll watch Nightmare Before Christmas. That'll be
okay.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
And then Thanksgiving.
Right.
Christmas. And Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year.
That's what
it's a fact.
Yeah.
It's an absolute fact. So dialed, dude.
Okay.
Absolutely 120% dialed. I had a friend come over yesterday. He's a friend of mine since high school. Love him. And he's going through his first ever breakup.
A breakup, not a
like where he's
not married.
No, he's not. No,
okay, so not a divorce.
And
interesting. Wait, that's interesting.
It is. I mean, it's just what the first time where he is
like it hurts.
It hurts. Okay. And he hasn't initiated it like the other person did, right? And he's a great guy, and he's going through it, and and he'll be fine. But
you jumped in the hole with him.
I jumped in. You know what? It's funny. I did jump in the hole with him, and I was giving him advice he didn't want, but he because this is the first one he's been through. And I'm like, I've been through many. Everyone used to leave me. I always got dumped, and here's why. But the problem is that so he came over at 4. We were hanging out, we're swimming and just talking and watching the game and all this stuff. We watched Serena and we were talking all that. And my wife comes on. My wife's known him forever too, so they're talking. And then it's like 8:30.
Like
9, but I don't know what to do. Like, because he used to live with us like for a few months.
Oh,
like he's one of those friends that he's a good friend. I could have been like, but in the end, I don't know. I feel like was this rude? It was like 8:45. I was getting tired because I'm not napping anymore because of the smoking thing. I'm not napping. Yeah, I haven't been able to nap, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I just go straight.
A wonderful nap yesterday.
Did you?
Wonderful. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I miss naps.
Yeah.
I can't. I get in bed and I close my eyes. Nothing.
Yeah.
I try to do the thing where I play Wood Creek and I birdie every hole. Nothing. That's my sheep jumping over the things.
Okay.
So anyways, was it rude for me to say, hey, you guys keep talking. I got to hit the sack. Good.
Acceptable. I got an early wake up.
I kind of felt bad.
You didn't cut short your time.
No.
You had been there 4+ hours.
4, almost 5 hours.
Okay. I think he knows your shift.
He does.
I
mean, he was cool. He's like, oh, dude, should I take off? And I'm like, no, hang out.
Hang out. Talk to the family. I got to go to bed.
Yeah, talk to Melissa. She's got some Woodford. She's good to go for another.
No, I think that's acceptable. I mean,
yeah,
that's probably better than I don't know how you would have chased him out.
Yeah,
like would you have felt better? Hey, look, I think it's best if you go.
I don't think I could have.
I have to go to bed. Like, hey, feel free to hang around. I just have to go to bed.
I couldn't have done that.
But I probably would have. Oh,
yeah.
I would have like, okay, yeah, no problem. Thank you for.
Okay, so that's like the best of the scenarios.
Yeah.
Okay. The YouTube crowd, hello everybody, welcome in.
Hi.
They're freaking out a little bit about Nate standing up.
And it's not Nate.
Yeah, but they said Nate. That's what MC said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's Kyle.
Kyle today.
It's new Kyle.
He's Kyle today. So we don't know who he is tomorrow.
tomorrow. It's MC hates Kyle. Not that he hates old Kyle.
Yes.
Passionately.
A lot of people do.
I never understood that.
Yeah. He doesn't like Chris either in the afternoon.
Well,
and I laugh because he calls him for load.
He does?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I wonder if Chris ever heard that one.
Yeah.
MC says, whenever I say Kyle sucks, it's Madsen, not you. Just wait. Trust me, he'll start in. I think it's a Kyle thing.
It's
for
there's
sure.
endearment.
Definitely a me thing.
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, exactly. All right, we got a big show for you today.
Yes.
The biggest story, dare I say the biggest story maybe of the summer, is getting bigger. It's not the biggest story yet, right? Yeah, it's getting large. Flushing, New York was the epicenter of the sports world yesterday, which is it's actually kind of cool. We'll explain that. And we've got a big signing in the NFL. Somebody just got rich. Leading off is next.
The start of the NFL season is upon us, and Sactown Sports 1140 has all your coverage. Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, and of course, all the NFL action every Sunday. Your home for the NFL all season long. Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave. You know.
I stream it.
I don't either. Wow, it says this game is not yet started, but you can get it with a Max Pass. If you don't have a Max Pass, you can sign up for a Max Pass so you can see. Let me tell you something. If this thing is 99 cents or less, I will do it. If it's not, get out of town, dog. I'm not paying $10. I just signed up for Discovery Plus 2 days ago, which is like my 19th. Oh, I'm going to save so much money cord cutting.
No. How are you doing there? Add on.
Yeah, the whole thing.
You have an add-on to the add-on.
I mean, I got Discovery Plus so I could watch Good Eats with Alton Brown. That's how weird I am.
Wow. Must be good. Eating good in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it is. Number 3. Love that.
Cut number 3.
Oh, cut number 3.
Marked him at the 11. Wilson sets up, end zone, and caught by Lockett for the touchdown.
Is that Joe Buck? He hates the Seahawks.
I just read yesterday. Did I see yesterday he said he's probably done calling baseball.
That's kind of sad.
I like him. I like Joe Buck.
You can't mix in an ESPN game?
Courtside 1891 pass for the year is $37. Like, that's like $3 a month, but what else are you going to watch? The cricket?
Yes, the cricket.
The cricket?
Yeah.
Then there's some form of highlight or, AC Milan versus Ajax basketball at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Russell Wilson.
Paid.
Yeah, not only paid.
Who's paying him? Denver?
Denver.
They chose to pay him?
Denver chose to acquire and pay him handsomely. What a life for Russell Wilson. And according to our dear friend Adam Schefter,
close personal friend.
So here's the stats on Russ. 9-time Pro Bowl quarterback, Super Bowl champion, and in NFL history, first 10 years of his career, winningest quarterback. No other quarterback has more wins in their first 10 years than Russell Wilson, and he is now the highest paid Bronco in history.
Okay,
and has never taken a snap for them.
What are the numbers? 5 years. 245, 165 of that guaranteed. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you do.
Where's Paxton Lynch when you need him?
Right. I think the Paxton Lynch era is over.
Oh man.
An
era.
It's all over. And Russell Wilson, how happy is he? He can wear, I saw him in a cowboy hat or something the other day. Like, he can just embrace Denver. Yes. Get some awesome mansion in Castle Rock on the golf course.
Good pull.
It's a good pull.
Yeah.
That's where they used to have the whatever that golf tournament was that they used the Stableford.
Oh,
that's
modified
Stableford. Yeah, modified Stableford. Yeah. And he can be front row. You can watch from his house.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Ski in the winter in Vail. It's a good life for a baseball player from North Carolina State.
Yes.
Remember
Wisconsin.
Yeah. Remember when he was going to play baseball? Maybe.
I do. He would throw out like the first pitch at like 96.
Yes.
Some of these events.
Makes you wonder who would have been better, Kyler Murray or Russell Wilson.
Mm.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Did they make the right decision? They did.
We'll see. Time to tell.
Jury is out.
Yes.
All right, we'll take a break. Hey, listen, an old friend gets a huge call. Yes. This is one of the coolest things you're going to hear all day, especially for you old heads. Hey. We'll talk. Well, I'm including myself.
Okay.
We'll talk about that next.
Sactown Sports 1140 is your home of the Las Vegas Raiders. at 916-339-1140. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
I got a question for the boys in the back, and honestly, I'm just wondering, truly, because when we came back last time, it took a while to get my camera back on, which I think is actually better for the audience. So that's why I didn't say anything. And then now I saw them turn it back. So like during the breaks, they turn my camera off but leave yours on.
Yes.
I'm just wondering why they don't. Now that I'm usually in my seat,
yeah,
why don't they just leave both on?
Can
Feel like it's easier,
right? Yeah.
It's one less thing to worry about, Jason.
Then they could see the hijinks.
There's so many hijinks and low jinks.
Yes.
Are there low jinks?
Inactivities.
Is there any horse socks? We have had a long history of hosts on these airwaves.
Yes.
And folks that go back a long way in this town. And one of them is one of my favorite people. Not just from his time here as a host, but also his time as a Sacramento Bee writer. Talking about Mark Kreidler. And he got a phone call yesterday that I think just about every parent would. I don't even know how it would feel, but he found out that his son Ryan is going to the show. Was at AAA for the Detroit Tigers, one of their better prospects. I can't remember what college. Did he even go to college? I'm mad. Did he go to? He needs to go straight to the main. Or did he play for? Was it like a small school? Did Ryan Kreidler go to Duquesne? I'm asking. Ryan Kreidler, UCLA Bruin.
Hey,
okay, that's right.
There he is.
I had to look that up. So that first off, it's like congratulations to Ryan, but really like congratulations
for Mark.
Mark.
Yeah, because we know him.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Like,
what is it? 1%, if even that,
if
can
even
get to the
that.
major leagues.
If even that.
And he was always good. I mean, from Davis High to college. But there's plenty of people like that. They're like, oh, whatever happened?
They're great.
Played minors, and there's nothing wrong. I mean, it's incredible.
He's going.
But he's getting an opportunity. He got called up yesterday afternoon. They didn't, they played last night, but he could play as early as today.
Yeah.
How awesome.
That's
exciting.
And it's like, you got to think, I mean, actually.
And you only get that one first at bat in the majors, right? I mean, first one. I mean, that's so spectacular.
Sets the stage for the rest of your career.
Yes.
Well, if he does not get a base hit today.
Oh, home run
at least. I mean, really, is it worth? At that point, you just kind of retire.
Right.
So this just isn't for me.
Haven't figured the game out.
Here's what's interesting. The very first game of today is at 10:10 in the morning.
It's them.
It's the Tigers hosting the Mariners. So you got to think, right? Like Kreidler got on a plane. He's either on a plane. I
think it was called yesterday. So
he had to have you're getting on a plane that
should
moment.
Be there. Yeah. Hopefully he's in the lineup.
Who, Mark?
Yes, him too.
Yeah, and you got to think too, like the broadcast is showing him.
Yeah.
You got to show the fam. Oh, I'm so
put yourself in that spot. Mason gets the call. Oh, or Avery.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, Mason. Okay. I mean, she gets called up to play professional trumpet. Like, that's awesome. Well, I mean, that's what she does. She plays trumpet.
Okay.
Draw something for a thing. I don't know. That's sports. It'd be Mason. I would be catatonic.
Yeah. I mean, as exciting as, when they say, what's the saying? It's worse for me than it is for, like, I think you would be a wreck.
I'd be a wreck. I would 100% be a wreck.
How many years removed? Like, if you don't smoke from now until then,
I would start smoking again.
Yeah.
I would start a lot. I would make up for it.
He's got 45 packs of cigarettes going right now.
Like the old Bugs Bunny cartoons where the whole
you have all of the cigarettes.
I would actually, I would try to make up for all the cigarettes I missed. I would, dude, I'm
like watching through your
eyes. Like a horror movie.
And then crying and celebrating. And
I would be a ball of snot and tears and like his little junior high games, I lose it over. And again, I want to be clear.
Let's go.
Right, let's go. Like last year when he had the game winner.
I mean, that was awesome.
It was great.
Like we talked about, like, I'm so happy for Mark Kreidler. I was happy for you.
That's awesome.
And for me, like, but I wasn't in the it's not the same connection for me.
Right.
So it's like, oh, if he missed, like, oh,
Good shot. He took the right shot.
He
Good
tried.
for him. He made it.
Right.
And you're like, that is so cool. And I know Dave's happy. Melissa's happy. Like, that's awesome.
If you and listen, you make it great. Awesome. Of course you miss it, you're walking home. But
yeah, you're grounded.
You're grounded.
And you
probably
is he still part of the family?
No. He's probably in the shed.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Okay. But this begs a question.
Yeah, I'd be kidding. I'm actually nervous. Honestly, oh my God.
Are you nervous for Ryan?
The tips of my fingers are wet right now from sweat because I'm thinking about I just started thinking about the game last year.
Yeah.
And my hands started to sweat a little bit.
Okay, so Mason gets called up. That's great. You're excited no matter what.
Yes.
How's it land if Mason gets called up by the Dodgers?
I mean, how's it land? Like a fart in church? I don't know, because here's the thing. If it's not like he would randomly get called up by the Dodgers.
Yeah, you'd know he's a Dodger.
I know he's a Dodger. I'd be begging for it. I would be trying to LeVar Ball my way into a trade somehow, team, whatever it is. I would obviously be excited, ecstatic, all of those things, but I would hold on to one thing. I would roll to the game in my Mason jersey. Of course I would.
Mason jersey as a Dodger?
Whatever college or high school he went to. I can't put the Dodger jersey on.
Right.
I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't. I mean, flip it. If he's playing basketball and he was a Laker, like I love my son, and of course I want him to do. It would be like, I don't have that love for Ron Artest, but it's the only thing I can think of is when Ron was in the finals with the Lakers. Like, I was rooting for Ron, but screw the Lakers. Like I'd root for Mason, but again, I can't put a Laker jersey on.
No, then we're sending him,
right,
tainted hamburgers.
And and I don't want him eating some tainted Hyatt burger.
Yeah,
no, it's a fine line. I don't know. I
think I'd pay him to tank. I know I don't have enough money to make what you're making for this profession of yours, but how about you tank one for the team?
That would be Shakespearean if my child ends up being
you set up a coup.
Set up a total coup.
All the investors to help the Kings advance.
Yes.
Mason's on the take.
Yes. We got a
plot of a movie.
That is, I mean, listen, that's up in the valley. That's in the sequel. That's part.
And that can be shown.
That's part. Yes. From Kevin in there, I call BS. If your son made any team, you'd be a huge fan for that team. I'd be a huge fan of his.
Yeah, but I think it's different. I mean, like it is different. But honestly, if that's if we're doing NBA and it's Orlando, you're all in.
Oh,
if
God.
It's the Tampa,
yes.
If it's the Texas Rangers,
yes.
like that's easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I know, and I know that I'm this way because I actually paid $10 once to our buddy who was in charge of the league, like when they do like the little league stuff, and it really wasn't
like
a big
draft.
Deal. Yeah, I bought dinner that night. I said, listen, just because somebody like it was random, right? But he got put on the Dodgers, and so I think he ended up on the Mariners or something. It was like
a little league trade.
It was kind of like that. I was like, you just switch.
It's a buyout.
You just switch. I'm like they were all like 7. It wasn't like a thing. No, nobody was underhand.
Does Mason know?
I don't think he does.
How did the Mariners play that year?
They were fine. The Dodgers were better.
You ruined experience for him.
He's playing soccer right now, and he's going through a thing because he's 13, but he's right after that cutoff, and everyone is like the average age on the team is 15, and there's even 16-year-olds on the team. But here's the thing: it's co-ed.
Oh,
so it's like literally like half guys and half girls, and he's like he's still there. He's still there mentally. He doesn't know what to do because he knows it's wrong. Like, you combine the normal teenage weirdness with him being raised properly. Like, you don't get physical with girls. Like, you don't push them. You don't.
They'll push him.
No, that's the thing, and that's what I tell him. And he's like, I don't know what to do because his position too is very physical. And they're, going to a couple practices, and they're knocking him around a little bit. He's a physical player, but he's just really holding back. I'm like, dude, one of these ladies is going to clean your clock at some point. And you're going to have to realize that in between those lines, there is no gender. Like you get out there and you find that blanking dog is what you do, pal. Just like in Miss Lippy's class, you got to go out there. He's really struggling with that. I don't know what to tell him other than what I told him. Yeah. It's sports, dude.
That's right.
Get out there. I think I might have gotten him. We'll see. He hasn't had a practice yet. I said, you're actually disrespecting them by not trying your best.
Okay.
You're disrespecting them by not playing as hard against them as you would the boys.
Yeah.
I think that might have got him.
Good.
We'll take a break. Congratulations to Mark Kreidler and the kid.
Rooting for Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan too, but mainly Mark.
Yes.
Mark and the whole family. By the way, the whole family. That is Mark. That was
right. True. That's true.
Team effort there.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. We go around the diamond, including some wonderful news out of baseball.
I think everybody can get behind.
Yeah, I think everybody can get behind this, and it involves Angel Hernandez, and we'll get to that next.
Live and past broadcasts of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and Cattles and Robbie. Interviews, podcasts, and more. They all live on the Sactown Sports 1140 app. Download the app now in the App Store and Google Play.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's going on, Chad, for Chrysler's Make This the Summer event?
We have the best savings of the summer happening right now with up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. Or save thousands with an unheard of 2.9% APR for 72 months with up to $10,750 in savings. With interest rates going up, this kind of APR can't last long.
But you're California's #1 truck dealer. That can't be it.
That's right. We also have savings up to $7,500 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cabs. Or you can save thousands with the super low 2.9% APR for 72 months. That's up to $7,000 in savings, and we have over 20 to choose from.
Come find your perfect new truck today at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center or search, select, and save through their full inventory at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
12,000 total net savings on Ram 1500 Bighorns after 6,500 factory rebates and 5,500 dealer discounts. 7,500 total net savings on Ram 1500 Laramie after 1,750 factory rebates and 5,750 dealer discounts. Rebates include 1,250 Conquest bonus cash. Must own or lease non-FCA group brand vehicle and may include 1,500 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance with Chrysler Capital qualify. Special 2.9 APR and approved credit through Chrysler Financial. Must have 700 plus FICO score to qualify. 2.9% for 72 months equals $15.16 per thousand borrowed. 5 or more each net savings. See dealer for details.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. Hey, small business owner, when's the last time you checked your workers' comp rate? For many small businesses, workers' comp insurance is one of their biggest costs, but some don't check their rate often. Did you know rates can vary? In fact, taking 3 minutes to check your rate with Pi Insurance could save you up to 30%. Just go to trypi.com, share a few details about your business, and get a quote that's customized for you with no hassle or hidden fees. We know you're busy, but spending just a few minutes to check your rate could save you money. Plus, with Pi, you can have peace of mind knowing your employees are protected. Our team of friendly customer representatives are just a call away, ready to help. It's no wonder customers rate us excellent on Trustpilot. Find out how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
There's nothing like hearing the songs you love on local radio with no subscriptions and no monthly fees. But there's a new bill in Congress that could stop the music. If passed, this bill would tax your local radio station simply to play the music you love. Text LOCAL to 52886 and ask Congress to support local radio stations. Help us keep you connected to the music, local news, weather, and traffic that you need each day. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
SAFE is such a great word. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa for Safe Credit Union. SAFE just makes me feel secure with a sense of comfort. And in these turbulent times, finding anything that makes you feel protected is good for the soul. Being a member of SAFE keeps your money local, gives you access to lower rates and higher dividends, while also giving you a sense of comfort that comes from knowing that your money is, well, safe. Safe Credit Union is insured by NCUA.
The 94th most popular celebrity from Carmichael.
How popular do you want to be?
Meets a Celtics broadcasting legend.
Celtics are going to go for the win. Everybody here at Golden One Center on their feet.
The Carmichael Dave Show, Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
And we have a putting green in here.
Yeah, I do.
By putting green, I mean it's a strip of green material.
Which suddenly now has a pretty severe break right to left.
Yeah, a bunch of breaks, some holes. Apparently, there's water in a sand trap.
Yeah, you experienced all of it.
I can't miss on that thing.
No, hit them all.
Just unbelievable. Tony Russa. I don't know, man. Which I believe that same exact sentence has been said on sports radio a lot this year.
I don't know, man.
Tony La Russa. I don't know, man. Yeah, 64 and 66. And, I mean, it's at this point, sometimes it's almost like a little embarrassing. Like is this the best you can do? Like
him personally or the White Sox?
Yeah. I mean, the guy has the job because the owner is, a guy who knows the thing about the deal. That's why he has the job.
That's the official wording.
And I don't listen. On one hand, it's really kind of become fun to mess around about Tony La Russa. I'm not going to mess around with Tony La Russa today because he's out indefinitely while undergoing tests on his heart. He's flying to Phoenix, scheduled to see doctors today. And he had tests by a cardiologist in Chicago who recommended Tuesday he missed the game against the Royals. So here's my thing. He went to a cardiologist and had tests, and the cardiologist said, yeah, I'd missed the game. Okay, so that probably means they found something.
Red flag.
Just say, red flag. Then he goes under further test Wednesday, and they're like, yeah, you should go see some heart specialists in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. More red flags.
Hi. So it's like, look, did a fan convince him to, put in a player? Did he fall asleep during the thing? All the things that we can have fun with Tony La Russa this year, and part of that about him being old. But then it gets to the point where it's like, okay, fun's over, dude. You're 77. He has a family. You've served your time. Like I think for a number of reasons, beyond health, also performance or lack thereof. It's like, who is it? Jerry Reinsdorf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, you did your guy solid,
right?
You got a couple years back in the majors. I think made the playoffs last year. I believe they did. But your team's underperforming, and this is your opportunity to go to your friend and say, hey, listen, if it was up to me, I'd have you manage in perpetuity. But, dude, you got to
Tony, you got other things to worry about.
Exactly. He's 77. Tony La Russa needs to have managed his last game. They're out of it. It's September 1st. I think it's time to go.
For the better of him.
For the better of him first and foremost.
Yeah.
Also for the betterment of the team and the performance itself, most likely.
Yeah, because they've been a pretty good team, pretty good roster that a lot of people feel have underachieved. And he's, I know in Chicago they're kind of wishing he was done.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I too wish he was done from a baseball standpoint. I don't think he's doing a particularly good job. However, there's a difference between wishing he was done and wishing he was done. I don't wish he's done, and he's going to be done if he doesn't get out of baseball. Go sit on a beach. Go hang out with your grandkids. Go. And I listen, I get it, man. I talked to enough old people in my life by now. They're like, I can't stop. I'll die. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a legit thing. And you've seen it before. Like, I mean, the example I always remember is Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson walked away on top from the Tonight Show and basically disappeared. You saw him one time bring out David Letterman's top 10. Great clip on YouTube.
Yes.
Anyways, he and then
that was it.
And then you hear, like, I think it was within like 2 years, Johnny Carson passed away. You're like, I didn't know Johnny was sick. And he was, and you see that a lot when folks stop doing didn't Regis passed away, right? And wasn't that shortly after he stopped doing? Now sometimes
he had like 18 jobs, right? So I don't know, but yeah.
And sometimes you stop doing things because you have to,
right? Physically, yeah,
right. It's like you've got enough money, you got to go get a ranch in Montana and ride horse. I don't know.
Which is where it felt like he was, for La Russa. Then he came back.
Anyways, it's a concerning story that hopefully does not turn into a sad story. All right. Baseball is involved with Angel Hernandez again. I don't like Angel Hernandez. welcome to the club, right? But he really does seem like the consummate weed. He's crap at his job. He's consistently ranked middle to below. He just seems like a wiener as a human being. And then also in talking to some people that are around him, whether from players over the years or even umpires, they're like, yeah, that's pretty much what you get with Angel Hernandez. Like that's
so he is.
It is what it is. So he was on track to umpire the 2018 World Series before getting overturned 1, 2, 3 times at first base on video reviews during Game 3 of that year's AL Division Series between the Yankees and Red Sox. Hernandez was hired in 93, but he sued in 2017, alleging he was discriminated against because he had not been assigned to the World Series since 2005 and had been passed over for crew chief. So he served as an interim crew chief from 2011 to 16, but he hasn't made it as a permanent one. So they're back and forth in this whole deal here. But now it looks like he's out of the World Series in part because of that. It's
from past issues. And there's a random Tuesday night Giants game that he's umpiring, and you just go, man, he's having a bad night. And there's 100. If he's behind the plate, there's 100 decisions a night, and maybe more than that.
Right.
He doesn't miss them all, but I feel like his misses are egregious.
Baseball.
There's always the board. Ooh, could have called strike.
Right.
But there's a couple that are a good foot and a half out of the zone, and you're like, what?
It's terrible.
You see,
and the players can't stand
right.
it. Baseball wrote in their filing, I'll give you some quotes here. Hernandez has been quick to eject managers, which inflames on-field tensions rather than issue warnings that potentially could diffuse those situations. He's also failed to communicate with other umpires on his crew, which has resulted in confusion on the field and unnecessary game delays. They claim Joe Torre observed Angel Hernandez throwing his headset after a video review overturned one of his calls in 2014 and misapplied his substitution rule, leading to a 14-minute delay and a protest during a game between Boston and Tampa Bay in 2019. During that investigation, baseball concluded Hernandez intentionally and deceptively eavesdropped on a confidential conversation with another umpire on his crew in order to hear what that umpire would say concerning the incident. And when baseball asked Hernandez about it, he lied about his conduct. Finally, also an allegation, this is an old one, that Angel Hernandez asked Cincinnati Reds pitcher Homer Bailey to autograph 11 baseballs following a game in which Bailey pitched a no-hitter in 2012. How is he even still in that? I mean,
exactly.
I know how he is. It's because he filed his dumb lawsuit,
right.
And baseball's afraid of that now. And so Angel's claiming anything he can. It's like, dude, you're a crap umpire. No one likes you.
Yeah.
Baseball shit, just fire his ass.
And all baseball's power is to keep him out of the World Series, which is something that means to him, and that's good because that'd be really bad for the game.
Yeah.
But you could keep him out of the game.
The fact that, the thing that bothers me is it says baseball repeated an allegation it made talking about the Homer Bailey thing. Like, that's the whole kit and caboodle to me. I don't care how good of an umpire he is. If an umpire is asking an athlete to sign something, much less 11 baseballs after a no-hitter, which means you're almost certainly looking to distribute those baseballs for a profit. To me, I'm investigating that 100%. I'm actually hiring a third party, and that's like Deflategate.
Yeah.
I can't stress enough, and I don't think I'm overreacting here, how much it bothers me that is a footnote. And that happened allegedly in 2012, which is 10 years ago, and it's still out there, and it still hasn't been determined. You want to talk about betting in baseball,
right.
The integrity of baseball.
Sure.
That goes through, steroids, that goes to all of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't have umpires asking athletes for favors because for the whole impropriety or appearance of impropriety that, maybe he'll get a better strike zone next time.
Everything that implies on a yes answer from Homer Bailey or even a no, it's a worse strike. Like all of that is in play when you get that and involved like that.
I would ask Kings fans to think about this. People lose their mind about 2002 and Game 6 and Tim Donaghy and what he said. Okay, well, in baseball, you can pretty much also do the same. In fact, you arguably have more control in baseball as an umpire, especially a home plate umpire.
Yes.
Because you can squeeze and squeeze and squeeze that zone, or you can pop it and grow that zone. I would love to not only determine whether or not that actually happened with Homer Bailey, like literally get them in sworn depositions, but then I'd love to see a chart of Homer Bailey's next 10 starts with Angel Hernandez behind the plate,
right,
and compare that strike zone. Maybe there's nothing. Maybe it's exactly the same. Exonerate him then.
Well, and it also then leads to even that speculation, right? That, oh, he gave him that strike because, well, maybe he just missed it.
Maybe he just missed it.
Which is he's been accused of before.
But we don't have that conversation to that level if he's not asking him for 11 signed baseballs. Angel Hernandez is absolutely zero place in Major League Baseball. Well, I was officially wrong about a big-time Niner pick. Won't be the first or the last. We're going to explore the history of all that next.
You want more Kings coverage? Sactown Sports 1140 is giving it to you.
You know, you'll be watching and thinking, man, like, I guess Keegan, he's maybe not as good today. And then you look up and he's got, 12 and 8, and it's, the second quarter, and he is just so calm, so efficient.
I think it's absolutely what Sacramento needs. I think there's this sense that something special is starting to fall into place.
Log on to SactownSports.com for exclusive content. SactownSports.com.
Now, local businesses can get closer to every customer in their city with fast, affordable shipping. Introducing USPS Connect Local. You want speed? We deliver same or next day. You want savings? We give you supplies at a flat rate. You want less legwork? We do free pickups. Move your local business forward with the United States Postal Service. Let's connect at USPSconnect.com/local. Specific markets, restrictions apply. Same day or next day delivery expected, but not guaranteed with entry close to final destination.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berry in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to the first day of September on this Thursday. Out the door, it's a comfortable start to the day, but it's going to heat back up in the afternoon. We'll expect highs around the valley floor, 102 to 106. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Labor Day special offers and low finance rates right now at Folsom Lake Kia. Friendly, honest people, and great Labor Day values. Hurry to the Labor Day sale at Folsom Lake Kia, your trusted dealership for over 20 years.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave from my good friend Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. Shelby, Peter, the whole team over there at refinanceWithShelby.com, making it happen. Listen, local lenders. Local lender, a reputation to uphold. With other banks, you're just a number. Why would you possibly want to purchase or refinance from someplace in Southern California or Florida or Texas or Ohio? Why don't you try purchasing or refinancing with local folks that live amongst us, that worry about word of mouth, that know the title companies, that know the appraisers, and if you're trying to purchase, that know the realtors? So when realtors are looking at multiple offers, they say, you know what? I've worked with Shelby before a bunch of times, and I know if you got a pre-approval from him, your deal is going through. They can close a purchase loan in 17 days. That's speed on your side with a local lender. You can compete with cash offers. RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051. BRE number 0186434.
Everyone loves to be outside, and so do mosquitoes. Protect yourself against mosquitoes and West Nile virus by following these simple tips. At least once a week, look around your yard and drain stagnant water from any containers where mosquitoes can breed. Remember to use an effective mosquito repellent, especially at dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are most active. Close all doors and be sure screens are in good working condition. At the Mosquito and Vector Control District, we're here to help. Visit us at fightthabite.net.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned certified cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our certified cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home of the 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
Progressive knows that most people don't get to experience making a game-winning touchdown or a walk-off home run. So we're going to talk to you like you did something great so you can bask in the glory.
Oh man, I was there. That time that you bundled your home, auto, motorcycle, and other vehicles with Progressive? That was awesome. People were freaking out. I bet you get this all the time, but can I get an autograph?
If you can't bask in sports glory, at least you can bask in the glory of saving money when you bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Everyone, who's manning the front tonight?
Big E's nightclub needs a bouncer with a military background.
Dougie, I need you to keep eyes on the back.
Security who lays down the no-no when the unts get too intense.
That Swedish DJ duo is back tonight. Y'all remember last time.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Flex. It's a better way to watch. Well, a couple of notes on the Yankees series, especially as it relates to the A's pitching over the past weekend. On Saturday, it was the first time the Yankees had ever been held to just one hit in a game that went as long as 11 innings. And in the last two games of the series, the Yankee hitters went 5 for 63. You know, in baseball, sometimes you never know what you're going to see. Ken Korak to tell you there's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there are a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest reliable network, the protection of Security Edge, and a reliable 5G network powering your mobile devices. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Log on to business.comcast.com for technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibility.
Your Sacramento State Hornets kick off the 2022 football season this Saturday, September 3rd at 7:30 against Utah Tech. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
Check the game from the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. Sactown Sports 1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Jay Mars is mad at me.
He is.
He called me a name that I can't repeat on the air.
Oh, really?
And then he insulted me.
He flipped it and reversed it.
He left. He Missy Elliott it.
Yeah.
Then he left, and as he left, he insulted me for trying to be healthy.
Yeah.
Or trying to make a health difference
Your
in my
life
life.
better.
I'm just trying to make a health difference, dog.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you're a
health.
Hold on. That blasphemy will not go over the radio without context.
Find the lie.
I complimented you. Did I not?
You started with a compliment.
No, I didn't.
100%
That
you
wasn't
did.
a start with a compliment. It was a compliment that I said, you look like you're losing some weight around the midsection. Are you one of those people that sees results after 2 weeks? You said yes.
Then what did you say?
I said, F you, like forget you. I don't like you people because I don't. So I'm jealous of you. So I compliment you and show my jealousy, and you're angry about it?
I don't like you.
I don't like you people.
Wow.
That was a great compliment.
That was a
It
wonderful.
was a wonderful compliment. Who else has told you that you look like you're slimming in the midsection? Who?
My wife.
No, she did
But
not.
it was not a compliment.
Wait, which midsection?
She meant it differently.
Oh.
My
Okay,
thighs.
I'm gonna go back to my corner now.
thighs.
'Cause
All
this is
right.
getting awkward.
Yeah, all right, you take care.
You take care.
1-800-920-1140 339er 1140. You can
Got a niner in there?
Yeah, there's a niner in there. You can get it on the old text line. Hour one in the books. I was really I thought Trey Sermon made it because they had the final cuts.
We were talking about him yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, they kept 6 running backs. He made it. Good for Trey Sermon.
Got that late, like last minute. He opened up the locker.
Yeah. It's like, I'm good now.
He did the thing with the snake like Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
Didn't work. He had the little tag.
After they got to 53, he's like, I'm good. I'm a Niner.
Yeah. Probably called home.
Less than a day later, he gone.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think they needed 6 running backs, but
I don't either.
I don't understand.
And I ultimately think that I ultimately think it doesn't matter where you drafted the person. Like, if they're not good enough,
it's more of a reflection of the team. But no, it doesn't matter.
But oh my god,
but why wasn't he in a system that I would think would be about as beneficial to a runner as anybody, a Shanahan system, father or son?
Yes.
And it just, I mean, again, obviously he can play. Why wasn't he good enough? What was it? Did he not do some of the other things? Pass protect, understand the offense, run that scheme well. The results weren't there. I mean, every time he did get a chance, I don't think we saw flashes really. He was just pedestrian.
Yeah.
But why?
I don't know. And we're having Chris Landry on here a little bit later in the show at 8:00, just under an hour. Chris Landry, longtime friend of ours and of the station, former scout. One of the things I think it'll be fun to talk to him about is just the difficulties of scouting, of looking at a guy like Trey Lance, who Trey Sermon.
Yeah.
Who, it's almost the antithesis of what we talked about with Trey Lance. That's why I mixed them up, because one of the things we said is, well, Trey Lance, North Dakota State, hasn't really played a lot, and then when he plays, he's playing against these other, tiny schools, and now he's in the NFL. And by the way, that may all be true and he may be terrible. But in Trey Sermon's case, he was playing for the Ohio State University. He's playing against the biggest of the big boys on the biggest college stage you can, and excelling. And then he comes into the Niners and just stinks. He's out. He's a 3rd-round pick out in a year.
Yeah, that they, if I'm not mistaken, to trade it up to get him.
Yes.
In that round. So they thought highly of him, understandably, and I don't think this is it for him. It's it for him with the Niners, but yeah, I don't know why it didn't work.
I mean, I will say this, in the Shanahan Lynch era, the Niners have gotten a starter or a starting caliber player in the 5th round or later pretty much every year but one, and that was 2018 when they had no one. They got George Kittle and DJ Jones in rounds 5 and 6 and 7 in 2017. Dre Greenlaw was round 5 in 2019. Maybe it's a stretch. Juwan Jennings in 2020 was round 7. Elijah Mitchell last year, round 6, along with Talanoa Hufanga, who was around 5. And then this year, we'll see Spencer Burford and Samuel Womack, rounds 4 and 5 as well. So it will be interesting to see what happens. I appreciate that it doesn't matter where you got drafted. Jimmy Ward was also placed on injured reserve as well. But I'll eat crow on this, and it won't be the first or last time. I wanted Trey Lance in the draft when they traded up to grab him. It was extra fun because I had identified him as one of the guys I wanted the Niners to get. And they traded up for him, and you're thinking, wow, I should be in the draft. Well, that didn't work out, and it got me thinking about like the Thomas Robinson correlation.
Sure.
We've all had those. And mine in basketball is probably Thomas Robinson. And honestly, I think in football now it's probably Trey Sermon.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball doesn't really count.
Yeah, it's harder to, for me, and this is going to sound like a connection to UCLA with Josh Rosen, but it wasn't the homer part.
Sure.
I wanted him to be good because he went to UCLA.
Sure.
But I watched him play every snap of every game in college. And Dave, I was as certain as you could possibly be. He looked like a player to me that was a good college player that would be better. I go, better receivers, better like he's going to be awesome. He's can't miss. He is a can't miss. He would throw guys open. He had the look of a pro quarterback to me. And I obviously missed it, but why did he? And yesterday he got cut again.
That's insane.
And I think it's 7, 8. I don't know how many teams it's been now. And he hasn't been around that long.
No.
And I'm not even saying they're wrong. Obviously, those teams are right. It hasn't worked. I don't know. He's got the arm strength. got the frame. Just it's another level that he couldn't handle.
25 years old. 25 years old. Was picked 10th in the draft.
And also, I know on draft day, like he had that quote now that's coming back. It's like, these 9 teams are going to pay for this, and it's like, no, they didn't.
No,
but I want my quarterback to have confidence like that. He's not the guy. And I saw him play every snap of college. I mean, he is going to be great. He was not.
Don't we? We were talking yesterday about names, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like in retrospect, though, and it's easy to get on people like, in retrospect, don't we kind of know there's 0 chance this guy's going to succeed? Like, we know it's not going to happen. There's just that's not a winner.
No,
that's what you look at him and go, that's a champion.
Is that different than I don't know, Eli Manning?
Okay. Anytime goes, someone's got to bring up Eli Manning. Eli Manning was the outlier of all outliers.
Okay.
I can't explain Eli Manning. I've never been able to explain Eli Manning. Eli Manning was like, Eli Manning honestly was like our generation's Joe Namath. Like, he's actually better than Joe Namath, so that's kind of not accurate. But like Joe Namath, the most overrated quarterback in the history of the NFL. He just is. He played New York and he won the Super Bowl, which is great. But Joe Namath was basically Trent Dilfer with a fur coat.
And a bold prediction that came true.
You're 100% correct. It was more the legend of Joe Namath than anything else. And that's fine and good for him. And, I got my little Joe Namath jersey at home. And I love the lore, but let's not get lost that Joe Namath belongs. And whereas Eli Manning just, listen, he did. You look at Eli Manning's numbers, it's actually interesting. He had some pretty prolific years.
Absolutely.
But like it's such a weird career. Both Super Bowls against the Patriots, both underdogs, and then the one where they wrecked that undefeated year, the Tyree helmet catch. What I think personally is, and it's hilarious that it's Eli Manning, I think it's one of the greatest plays I've ever seen at a high level from a quarterback, was the escape by Eli Manning, staying on his feet and completing that pass.
Right.
That's one of the greatest plays I've ever seen out of quarterback. But I have no way. Like Eli Manning's loser face is normal. He has RLA. He has resting loser face.
Yeah,
but he's a 2-time champion.
And then to that, that you go family lineage. Like, okay, you could see why he would work. It's just, it's such an interesting process of why high talented people don't work sometimes in these sports. On these teams,
right?
Like why and then others that the odds of Tom Brady being what he became, where he was drafted, doesn't make sense.
No, it does not make. That's the thing. It's like, why are we paying these scouts?
Right.
What's the point? By the way, people chiming in too on the text line. Danny and Chula Vista talking about out of Notre Dame, Jimmy Clausen. Jimmy Clausen. Notre Dame's got Rick Mirer.
Yeah.
What, number 2?
Yeah. Who's the other one?
Brady Quinn
Powless, right?
Ron Powlett. Oh my God, Ron Powless. Somebody, I gotta find the quote, but somebody was it Bino Cook?
2 Heismans, right?
Oh my, just Ron Powless just is the man. Kevin Barlow in the NFL, and Michael Beasley in the
Michael Beasley's so talented.
I still think Michael Beasley. If Michael Beasley's head was on straight, he'd have been a multi-time All-Star. You saw the flash.
Absolutely. Man.
From the 916, excellent question. Has anyone actually eaten crow?
I have not.
I haven't either.
The proverbial, but not eaten.
That's a great point. Anyone in the other room, show of hands, anyone ever eat crow?
Tastes like chicken.
Like actual crow. No, there's no. Oh, that's down the hall. I'm sure back in the day, in like medieval times.
Is that where the saying came from?
Eating crow?
Yeah.
I'm going to find that out during the break. I'll have an answer for you.
Where did eating crow come from?
When we get back. September is here. Big misses, sort of, from local teams. And a 16-year-old busts the odds in a major, major way. We'll get to that next.
Sactown Sports 1140 is broadcasting live on YouTube.
To me, it's a must-watch.
Check out the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and the Cattles and Rami Show.
Plus, get exclusive content.
Search Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube.
Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. We make buying a new Honda easy and stress-free. Pre-order online or in person today. We'll be there to help you every step of the way. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
When the world's best players get fitted for new golf clubs, they want to see their ball flight outdoors. Why should you settle for any less? The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is the area's unquestioned leader in delivering a new age of golf club fitting to Northern California. With 14 trained, skilled professionals to show you how to hit the ball farther and straighter, satisfied customers have increased their yardage, improved their games, and gained confidence. Call 916-808-2531 to get started. That's 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Magnus on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Question 1.
Jason, did you get an explanation?
Well, that coming from our YouTube, did you find anything on the internets?
No, I was looking at, somebody's got me chasing that Serena Williams talking about taking a bathroom break yesterday. I'm still working on the story, but
okay.
It could be a tremendous story.
Ryan from our YouTube chat says the saying came from a soldier on opposite lines making another soldier actually eat crow. So yes, someone has.
The origin of eat crow comes from the era around the end of the Great War of 1812. It was an okay war. Let's be honest. It wasn't great. And this
overhyping it.
This origin.
Isn't it really though? I mean, come on.
What?
He's right. It's an overhyped war.
Yes.
Anyone else hearing that? Is that just me? Sounds like ocean waves.
Yeah.
When you're
we have a fan in here. So, perspective. The AC is broke in the main studio, or excuse me, the control room.
AC needs a job.
Yeah, because it's 4 degrees.
Yeah,
it's
it was like on Monday we came in and it was like, you know how the temperature, you try to change it, it doesn't. Nothing happens. Then we come in on Tuesday, it just doesn't work now. It's completely broke.
I made funny because you kept telling another new guy to come in here and
cool off.
Cool off, buddy. I just thought you were trying to get him out of the room.
No, I just wanted him to get some oxygen.
Cool off.
Take a seat.
Anyway, so yeah, it sounds like Ryan also Googled. Eating crow.
So we got that. The Great War. That's where it happened.
He accidentally shot at the soldier crossed enemy lines to hunt for food. He accidentally shot a crow during his trip. A British soldier caught him in the act and forced him to eat the bird. Wow, ooh, what a punishment! Back in 1812, you had to eat a crow. I wonder if he made unless he made him eat it raw.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I don't think he cooked it up for him.
Oh God, really?
Yeah,
You had to eat the crow raw,
feathery,
raw crow, baby.
Sushi.
Yeah.
Is that sushi?
Croshimi.
Oh, there you go.
Question 1.
What is your favorite sporting event of the month of September? Just want to point out in the pre-show meeting, I said Wimbledon, Dave said the World Series, and we're waiting on air for Jason's answer.
Super Bowl.
Both of those are right on.
They are. My favorite sporting event in September is opening Sunday of NFL.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good answer.
All the Sundays that we get for the NFL. That's it. It's all these other things. Like this Serena story could be the biggest, but that's unpredictable. There'll be some other great college games.
Oh.
It's every NFL Sunday.
Now, Serena Williams might have something to say about that.
Yeah.
But
right. And if Albert Pujols gets to 700 or Judge hits 60 something this month, that'd be great. But
it'd be a very fun summer.
Yeah.
Then Patriots pick up Trey Sermon off waivers. It could be a fun September.
Patriots running backs, though, normally don't perform great. So I don't feel like Trey Sermon, like if the Patriots pick him up, it's not going to be one of those like, oh, damn.
No, I know.
Belichick got another one.
But somebody said it in the chat. I kind of agree. Like he does kind of seem like he could be like a Patriot pickup that, is good for 8 carries and 37 yards.
Oh, that I could see for sure.
A pat back.
Number 2.
Question 2.
Big or miss? The 49ers on 3rd round pick Trey Sermon or the Raiders on 1st round pick Alex Leatherwood?
I'm not trying to be too simple here, but sometimes it is too simple. Like, I feel like the 1st round bust is a bigger miss than the 3rd round bust because, for 2 whole round reasons.
And is the spirit of the question more like, because there was like hype on Trey Sermon though coming in,
sure,
especially last year to 49ers training camp where Alex Leatherwood, there was not really a lot of quote unquote hype.
No, he was. Here's the thing. Okay. Okay. I see where you're going, and all right, here's the deal. By the letter of the law, Alex Leatherwood was a bigger miss because first round versus
That's
third
by
round.
the leather of the law.
The leather of the law. Thank you. Dang it.
You did good this morning.
But when you go beneath the surface, okay, he was actually a much bigger miss than Trey Sermon, and here's why. Because to your point, Trey Sermon did have hype behind him. Plus, he played at Ohio State. Plus, there were people. I mean, he was scheduled to go in the third, and sometimes people had him in the second round. When Alex Leatherwood got drafted, in fact, I remember we played the clip of whoever it was on this. It might have been Mel Kiper.
Yeah,
who's like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what they're doing.
It was considered a huge reach for Leatherwood in the first round.
Huge reach. And then not only did they make the huge reach, it's one thing if it pays off, you're awesome. But if it turns out to be a bust, then it's like, well, you're just an idiot.
Yeah.
And listen, we talked about it before. The Gruden-Mayock pairing when it came to drafting, especially in early rounds, was historically bad. Historically bad in the early rounds.
Really bad.
Yeah, and that's why the only part about the Leatherwood thing that's interesting to me is it's a total new regime with Vegas. So part of it, Leatherwood hasn't been good, but is it just like, hey, we're cleansing ourselves from this? Like, this isn't our guy. We didn't pick him. So I don't know if other teams would have given him a longer leash or a different chance, or hey, let's try him at a different position. The bottom line is he wasn't good for them. So easy decision. I think it's him. I think it's Leatherwood.
Well, here's Alex Leatherwood.
I kind of don't care. At the end of the day, those people don't know what they're talking about. You know what?
This is Alex Leatherwood on people calling him a reach.
I kind of don't care. At the end of the day, those people don't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? I feel like the GMs and the scouts, they're the ones who ultimately like watch the film and make that evaluation. And not only that, but like the people who are making these opinions, you know what I mean? Like they don't really matter. Like they don't make the pick. So I'm not really tripping, you know what I mean? And not only that, but I know my worth and my value as a player and what I have to offer and my potential and what I can do. So, I mean, of course, it puts like a little chip on my shoulder because it's like, I mean, damn, you know what I mean? A unanimous All-American. I won the Outland Trophy, you know what I mean? But clearly that's not good enough. But I'm not tripping because I know what I can do and I know what I'm going to do in my career. So I'm just super excited.
Alex Leatherwood was claimed by the Bears, and we know how they just,
right.
you know.
Claimed by the Bears?
Yeah. So he'll be a Pro Bowler in no time.
I mean,
with a football is a bear.
I don't have.
That's all you got?
I can't play it that
Perfect.
often. When it comes up, I get really excited.
Perfect placement.
I get excited.
Bear.
Bear.
Bear City.
Get a hold of yourself, you two.
Sorry.
All right, here we go. This is interesting. With odds. Are you two done?
Well, there were odds.
No. Wait, who's running with the football?
Who was running with the football?
Running with the football is a bear.
All right, go ahead. It was a bear.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm ready.
Really?
I'm
Okay.
waiting on you.
I'm not.
With odds stated at 1 in 67 million. I'm going to state that again. The odds here are 1 in 67 million. A 16-year-old golfer in Wisconsin hit 2 hole-in-ones in the span of about 20 minutes. He got his first, then 2 holes later did it again. At that point, do you stop, or is this a day you play 36?
I am 1 trillion% stopping.
Well, you would have probably stopped after your first, even though you do have a hole in one.
No,
You know what? All right, I take that back. No, I had a witness.
Doesn't
If
mean
you're
they're
2, then you're thinking, well, I got another par 3. I mean,
That
can I
is-
get a
you know
third?
what? You're right.
I mean,
take it back.
people probably have done 2. Has anybody ever made 3 in a day?
It sounds great to say you quit, but no, I take it back.
This is the greatest. I mean, you put 1 on your card twice.
I would keep going.
And I think the story was he only played 9. I think there was something he was playing. It was 9, and he shot like a 29.
I mean, 27 would be. Well, wait. Oh, 9 on a regular course. I'm thinking like 9 on a par 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would keep playing. I would 100% keep playing. And boy,
I want this day to never end.
And then you got to buy everybody in the bar.
No, when you hit 2, they buy you.
Is that the rule?
I don't know.
That should be.
No, I know. I always thought that was a funny deal.
Rule?
Yeah, like you hit a hole in one, I have to buy everybody I played with and whoever's at the bar a drink. Like,
the round of golf is expensive enough.
yes.
I think the whole point is like they're just trying to do whatever they can. Because remember, this game where it originated, right? Like they like
People want
themselves.
to drink.
They want beer.
Yeah.
So whatever they can do to get a beer is for free. And here's the thing: people that haven't hit a hole in one, a lot angrier about buying booze, I guess, than people that did. You hit a hole in one, you're like, I'll buy everyone in the world a beer.
Yeah. People just show up at the course like, you weren't here.
Yeah, but here's your beer.
But did he use up his like 1 in 67 million thing? Like he's not winning the lottery, is he?
No. In fact, he's probably. I wouldn't cross the street today, if you get what I'm saying.
Wow.
Jason, you playing or are you stopping?
I'm going. This is my day. I'm playing more than 36.
What about you there, guy?
I quit golf. It's like you're never gonna have a better golf day than that. Like, why even go out at that point?
Closest you've come to a hole in one?
Not that close.
Really?
I mean, a few feet.
That'll happen.
Nothing like where your heart skips a beat.
I don't know. Everybody's
So you have the one, right?
I don't think I've ever hit it on the green off the tee, period.
I have 1.5, I always say. Because about, 13 years ago, I was at Wood Creek, par 3. I hit one. Me and my buddy are playing. There's nobody behind us, so we're each playing 2 balls. I hit one. It's short. I hit my second one. Bounce in the hole.
Yeah.
I never counted that as a hole in one. Called my hole in one again, like a mulligan. But
Yeah.
then finally got the one.
You still technically did it, but yeah.
Yeah, but I've never counted it. I'll tell you what I do count, though, is the days until Labor Day. It's going to be a wonderful time to barbecue. And what better place to help you than Amy's Outdoor Living, El Camino near Watt, right there by Sam's Hofbrau. It's a huge Labor Day sale going on now. You can even save on a new Traeger grill. That's what I did with them. If you've been thinking it's too hot to cook out, you're exactly right. It's going to be 111,000 degrees all weekend, especially on Sunday, or Monday, I should say, the hottest day of the year. How about this? How about you are able to put your meat on the grill, put a little probe in there, and your phone will tell you when it's ready. In fact, you don't even need to leave the house to start your grill. It's that simple. Whether it's the Wi-Fi technology, the grill controller, the pellet sensor, the super smoke mode. Hey, and I just don't want to roll over super smoke mode. Now, super smoke mode may sound to you like something out of a 70s movie. Let me tell you about super smoke mode. It's so smoky and low temperature that what? It's super. It's big S on the chest. You want to smoke meats. You're not going to get that type of smoke anywhere else. Your poor friends next door, they're like chopping trees down and, you know, they're out there by the fire all day and you end up having the better smoked meat. $150 off the Ironwood, $650, $300 off the Timberline Generation 1, $850. Oh my goodness gracious. Don't wait. The Labor Day sale is on right now. Hurry in for the best selection. Amy's Outdoor Living, El Camino near Watt. And you tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you. Serena Williams with a huge step towards a classic sports moment. Can she keep it up? We'll talk about it next.
Breaking news, the latest happenings with your favorite teams.
You ever wonder about what the heck all these kids are doing on computers all the time?
Stay up to date with all of it by following us on Instagram and Twitter.
Excuse me, gentlemen, a little update for you.
At Sactown 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berry in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to the first day of September on this Thursday. Out the door, it's a comfortable start to the day, but it's going to heat back up in the afternoon. We'll expect highs around the valley floor, 102 to 106. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
It only comes once a year, the spectacular Labor Day sales event at the Roseville Auto Mall. We've got thousands of vehicles to choose from, and they're all on sale. Don't miss out on the savings. It's the Labor Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
Ken Jeong and Joe McHale together live.
Here's my interview for med school. Well, so Ken, tell me about yourself. Well, I'm Korean. Stop. Congratulations, you're in. That's it.
Here's why Denver sucks. First of all, they built the airport just outside of Sacramento.
Friday, September 16th, Thunder Valley Outdoor Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now for the summer concert schedule. And to purchase tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Ken Jeong and Joe McHale live at Thunder Valley Outdoor Amphitheater.
Billy Currington is coming back to Sac with Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park too. And he's She's bringing some friends, Russell Dickerson, and more. September 24th at Heart Health Park in Cal Expo. Tickets start at just $35 or upgrade your experience to the All Access Pass for $100. Entry in the park to Saturday, September 24th at Heart Health Park with Hub Home Services. Get your tickets and more info at SactownSports.com.
We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's going on, Chad, for Chrysler's Make This the Summer event?
We have the best savings of the summer happening right now with up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, or save thousands with an unheard of 2.9% APR for 72 months with up to $10,750 in savings. With interest rates going up, that kind of APR can't last long.
Oh, any special pricing on Dodges?
We're really excited to have savings up to $4,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Dodge Charger SXTs, or thousands in savings with an incredible 0% APR for 72 months. And yes, you heard that right, 0% on new 2022 Dodge Charger SXTs.
0% when all you hear about is rising interest rates is unbelievable. It's your small town dealership with big city selection and savings. Search, select, and save through their full inventory now at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
4,000 total net savings after 6,500 factory rebates and 5,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include 1,500 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance the price of qualified. And 150 Conquest cash. Must own or lease non-FCA group vehicle. 4,000 total net savings on Charger SXT after 3,000 factory rebates and $1,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include $500 returning lessee cash for lessee of non-FCA brand vehicle. 0% and 2.9% special APRs through Chrysler Capital on approved credit. Must have 700 plus FICO score to qualify. 2.9% for 72 months equals $1,516 per thousand borrowed. 0% for 72 months is $1,389 per thousand borrowed. 5 each savings dealer for details.
Your Sacramento State Hornets kick off the 2022 football season this Saturday, September 3rd at 7:30 against Utah Tech. Get your tickets at HornetSports.com.
Stimulating conversation about kitchen gadgets and baseball cards.
I think that's really crazy interesting.
It's the Carmichael Day Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
That's right.
Williams. 6-3.
Serena Williams.
That was fun.
That was an absolute blast.
Thank you for the entertainment, Serena.
I mean, really up and down with tennis. We've talked about this before over the last few years. Just not a lot that I really care about. I'm tired of watching, Nadal and Djokovic for the 97th straight time, serve and have 97 aces and like 2 rallies.
Yeah.
There's really nothing in the women's game that I couldn't. Naomi Osaka, Serena Williams, Venus Williams, Coco Gauff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure I could, if you gave me enough time, I could name it. There's probably one big one. I don't know.
Well, we had to read who number 1 was yesterday, and I already forgot her name. Apologies. And then Annette Konovit, who is number 2. I didn't know her.
There for
like Serena was interesting. It was fun.
Yes.
And I used to watch a lot more tennis, and not claiming to be tennis pro by any means, but you watched it too.
Yes.
All credit in the world to Serena.
Yes.
It, to me, at times looked like she was getting fatigued.
Yes, it did.
And
at one point, I thought she got hurt.
Yeah, in the second set, it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
So just watching it, I'm thinking, why is Konovit not like running her around the court more? And I know easier said than done.
Right.
But it just didn't seem like she did that to me. And again, I total armchair sitting at home going, why isn't she doing this? But Serena was awesome.
Well, she was. And you and I both talked before the show about how we got a little nervous after that second set. She won the first set, and then the second set, I want to say she was broken 3 times.
Yeah.
And you really wonder going into that third set, what's happening. Well, she took a break between the second and third set, and in the post-game interview, post-game press conference, she was asked about it.
Novak has talked about going into the bathroom in between sets and splashing water on his face and giving himself a talking to himself out loud. Did you do anything like that, or what happened in between those sets? Because you came out obviously with a much higher level than you did in the second set.
Yeah, no, I just got lighter. Use your imagination. But it wasn't number 2. So.
No,
she's living her best life.
Love her so.
I mean, I thought her post-match on court was awesome too. Like, hey, I'm
good.
I'm pretty good, but in a way, like it was sweet.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Like, hey, I'm Serena, and I'm badass. You are. But I was like, well, yeah, she's number 2, but I'm also pretty good.
It was very, very endearing.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what she is. She's very endearing.
Are you surprising yourself with your level at the moment? What? Are you surprising yourself with your level? No, I don't.
She just gave her a look. No, I'm not.
I'm just Serena, so. Honestly, it's, after I lost the second set, I thought, oh my goodness, I got to give my best effort because this could be it. And so really, I just wanted to just keep trying and see what I could do and just do my best. And I was just really excited, to be honest.
I think I don't know if you're going to play the other one. I think the other one where she basically responded, like, since I've kind of got on the scene, I had an X on my back, and now I'm just playing. And what a spot to be in. I think her, I think, when she said stuff like, I'm just Serena, or I'm a pretty good player too, or I don't have anything to prove. Yeah.
I think she, what you get out of her is she seems at peace.
Yes. With however this ends.
Right. But also
super competitive.
I
wants
want
to win it. Yeah.
She has kind of that look of, I'm going to win.
Yeah, but it's not a protection like, hey, look, I'm not ranked. I've only played 6 matches this year. If I lose my next match on Friday, that was a great run. No, I'm going to hopefully be here holding up the trophy.
Right.
But also, I don't know, I haven't worked out every day for the last 20 years or, whatever,
right.
Just hour upon hour, focused to win this tournament. I'm here to win the tournament. I'm in a different spot.
Yeah, this is not a pageant. I'm not. Right. This is not a farewell tour. Right. I mean, it is, but not that. No, she's. And I think part of the reason why she is. There's a lot of reasons why she's so compelling, and obviously we've talked about this before when it was Kobe Bryant. What we're starting to see now, or will see soon with LeBron James, and other folks even earlier, where the greatness is leaving, and that's where you really appreciate it. Not that I don't know that Serena, unless I'm missing something, I don't know that she's ever really been polarizing for anything other than stupid reasons. I can't recall anything she's ever done that should have ever been polarizing. She's just awesome and wins and carries herself great. But I can't help but think it's her humble beginnings, working out with her dad and her sister in Compton and seeing the whole landscape.
Yeah.
I don't feel like she's ever fully, she is incredibly rich. She's adored the world over. She could 100% be a total prima donna at this point. I don't think that ever happened. I think she's always kind of felt not lucky, but you get this feeling that there's a humility to her that goes with a competitive level. And a sense that if she doesn't keep it going, it could get taken away.
Yeah.
I think that's part of what drives her.
And even I don't know what they're referred to as high pressure moments, high leverage moments in the match. Tennis players always have that ability, or they do just kind of yell out or talk, come on, or talk to themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was more of a calmness to her yesterday.
She was centered.
Yeah. And also there is something about she's mastered the craft, obviously, has all the shots, can do everything. That mental part where she's not as fast, still super powerful.
Yeah.
But, can the set I go to the third set, she wins, she breaks, she's up 2-0, she's serving up 40 love, about to go 3-0.
Right.
This is basically going to wrap it up. And she loses that game up 40 love.
Yes.
And so now it's 2-1 with Konovit serving it. This could flip. She wins that one.
Yeah.
To go 3-1, now back in control. And she's been there. There ends up being the pressure on the opponent because these are big. I mean, am I going to be the one that ends it for Serena?
Right.
Though they want to. You're in center court too. You're playing in front of the large crowd that nobody's rooting for you. There's a lot going on here. And just for her to take it all in, handle it, and now seemingly becoming even a larger threat now that she got through round 2.
Rich is asking, where does she rank on the list of all-time athletes. Well, let's separate it by gender real quick.
Oh, by gender?
Just real quick. Let's
Okay.
just go with women's athletes, and then let's combine it all. Is there better? Somebody who's done it longer. She's won more singles titles. I mean, I think she's tied actually with Margaret Court. No, she's got 23. Court has 24, and she's still going. She won her first She won her first U.S. Open in 1999. In 1999, I saw this yesterday. She won her first U.S. Open before Trey Lance was born.
Wow,
that's how long she's been doing it.
Yeah,
but what other? Am I missing another sport? Basketball.
Well, I mean, again, now how do you compare? Let's
saying.
see, like Olympian, like Katie Ledecky.
Sure,
great. I don't even know how you compare. They're both great.
They're both great. Is
a swimmer better than I don't know.
But I think also it's like the higher stage, the level,
the consistency of year in and year out.
Yeah.
I think people appreciate what she had a baby.
Yes.
She's been away. She's played 6 matches. That's really the bigger deal to me.
I agree.
That it's the rhythm, the consistency. I mean, she's kind of getting her reps in the matches.
Right.
Against the greatest other players in the world that are younger than her. It's amazing.
All right. Now take gender away and let's stick to tennis. Okay. So let's just go men and women tennis.
Then the short list, she's on it. It's
Nadal,
Federer, her.
Yeah.
Joker, Sampras,
and
whatever. I mean, Billie Jean King, Martina. I mean, I don't know.
Federer has 20 titles.
Yeah.
20 Grand Slam titles. I gotta look. I don't know that Joker or Nadal.
They're the same, right? Or they're all at 20.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah.
I mean, she had 24 and working on it. 22 for Nadal.
Yeah.
So
now the argument on those 3, I guess, would be, what would they have done without the other 2?
True. That's true.
But
that is true.
I don't know. I mean, maybe Federer gets to 25 and retire. I don't know. They pushed each other.
Right.
But also, there was Serena so good, she just obliterated everyone else. Like, who did she keep away from getting 10 titles?
Definitive 32nd rankings. Best women's tennis player ever.
100%.
I think she's best female athlete ever, all encompassing.
And then
I think she's top 2, if not number 1 all-time tennis player, regardless of gender. And I think she's on that Jordan Gretzky.
Top 10 athlete.
Yeah, top 10 athlete. And you can argue till the end of that's what we're seeing. And the fact that she's doing it now at 4. By the way, and we got to go to break, I will tell you this, and I'm serious, Jordan Gretzky, LeBron, Kareem, I don't care who, to my knowledge, never had babies.
Right.
Never had to go through babies and pregnancy and postpartum and all that stuff. So that's a whole different ball game right there. By now, you've probably seen the clip, speaking of all-time great athletes, of Tiger Woods in Serena's box of Tiger Woods watching Serena last night from her family box. What goes on when stars support stars? We'll talk about it right after this.
You want more Kings coverage? Sactown Sports 1140 is giving it to you.
I like the Monk deal a lot. The Kevin Huerter one, you got control of a guy who, around the league, people still think he's a pretty good player.
Impressions, let's start with the Kings' top pick, Keegan Murray. What do you think of him? And you obviously knew him well at Iowa.
Yeah, I thought he was terrific. I called efficient and versatile. He's going to make shots. He's an elite jump shooter.
Log on to SactownSports.com for exclusive content. SactownSports.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave, and it's amazing how the housing market has shifted so quickly over the last few months, and having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. We've got just that lender. Of course, it's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. You can check him out at refinancewithshelby.com. Shelby's team, well known in the real estate market, from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. That makes all the difference. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved up front so you can compete with the cash offers. They're local, fast, and competitive. Even with rates rising slightly from their record lows, there's been an increase in inventory. The market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. The team at United Wholesale Lending can pre-approve you over the phone in under 15 minutes without even running your credit. RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NLS number 279051, BRE number 01864354.
It's Ford's Labor Day Sell-a-thon at your truck headquarters, Folsom Lake Ford. Sell-a-thon savings, low finance rates, and big money for all trades. Don't miss the Labor Day Sell-a-thon at Folsom Lake Ford.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned certified cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our certified cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home of the 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, talking about positionless basketball. It features players who shoot well from beyond the arc, can defend multiple positions, and would thrive in a pass-happy system. The way the players rely on each other is similar to how the body works when supported by Good Feet arch supports. By supporting all four arches, the foot, knees, hips, and low back become properly aligned so that each can do their job pain-free. If you have foot-related pain, it's time to get serious. Good Feet makes over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities of arch supports. So your solution is waiting. Visit Good Feet now for a free, no obligation, personalized fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support of Good Feet arch supports. In Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto online. Goodfeet.com. Labor Day special offers and low finance rates right now at Folsom Lake Kia. Friendly, honest people, and great Labor Day values. Hurry to the Labor Day sale at Folsom Lake Kia, your trusted dealership for over 20 years.
We're a sports family, driving in all kinds of weather to get to away games. So you can imagine what our car looks like, except it doesn't. We go to Quick Quack and shine like all our kids' trophies. Go for the win yourself and head to Quick Quack for a shine that lets you defy expectations.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. The only local sports show in the morning on Sactown Sports 1140.
Here's the pitch. And Wynn swings, pops it into right field. Should be the game. Juan is there. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over. Josh Hader with his first save in a Padre uniform as the Padres sweep the San Francisco Giants. They do so with a 5-4 win this afternoon.
I did that so that way I can say I talked about. Like, everyone's like, you didn't even talk about the Giants today. Literally
7 in a row. Okay,
yeah,
we're done.
We're done. I ordered Smith to break it down. Here's why. Here's what they could have done differently. They need to play this guy more. They need to play this guy less. September call-ups. Hey. Including Ryan Kreidler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Way to go, Ryan.
Big fan of our old friend Mark Kreidler, his son getting called up.
That's so cool.
UCLA grad.
Yes, he is.
So Jason likes him.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he would not like him at all.
No other connections.
What if Ryan Kreidler went to USC?
Different story.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally different story.
You would not be supporting your friend, and you would not be like Tiger Woods supporting his friend.
That's right. Are they friends? They must be.
I mean, he was in her box with the rest of her family and the whole. You got to think, right? I mean, not that Tiger's not going to be able to get into the U.S. Open, but clearly rooting for Serena. And on top of that, like, it was funny when they would show clips of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to think, okay, so number one, you got to think in his mind, or you would hope in his mind, it seems like he would think this. I want to go. I also do not want to upstage. I don't want this to be about, hey, Tiger's here watching.
Yeah, no, he wanted to be a part of the festivities.
Right.
Yeah.
He had to have known that he would show up on TV.
Right.
But if it became all of a sudden, hey, the really good male athlete's here cheering on the cute female athlete, it's a bad look, and it's not even really his fault.
Yeah.
He obviously...
You want to see history.
Right.
Was it her last match? Was it, she going to knock off number 2?
Right.
I mean, there was just a lot of stars there.
And
it's New York.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's always celebrities at the U.S. Open, but Tiger Woods is not a celebrity. Like, he is, but it's a different level.
I mean, that's what I think about. Like, what is, Serena knows him, knows who he is, but I don't know. At some point in her mind, is she thinking Tiger's here watching me? Like, does that ever cross her mind?
She's got to notice.
Yeah. Like we all say everybody's laser focused, but I know when, Mayweather, Isaiah Thomas and Floyd Mayweather had a relationship.
Yes,
They're friends they are friends. And to have him there courtside, like, Isaiah was trying to be, you're always trying to be great, but
never said hello.
Yeah. But just like, all right, let's put on a show because one of the greatest boxers of all time is here.
Here's my thing. I don't recall ever seeing Serena Williams in Augusta rooting on Tiger Woods. I don't ever recall seeing her at Sawgrass.
Yeah.
I think I think it's actually easier to go root for Serena because you're in your seat and she's in one spot. It'd be kind of tough showing up to root for your guy in golf.
Yeah. And then also, there's no luxury box really. And like, Serena can just watch from home. You're not really protected. Sometimes you want to be protected if you're that famous.
The way media is and people are today and social media and all that too. Can I also say I'm incredibly happy that Serena Williams is married with children and Tiger Woods is practically married, because if that was, oh my God, if they were
Gossip
single,
City.
it would be the whole thing today would be Tiger, Serena, Tiger, and oh my God, can they have super kids?
I mean, and Tiger watching it looked like he was strictly just a fan.
Yes.
But I don't know. Like when you're that good, I know it's not the same sport, but I don't know if like they watch it differently or if like, if we were friends with Serena, it's probably after great match. That was awesome.
That was neat.
But I feel like Tiger and her would have that conversation first. And then it's like, man, when you're down 3-love, or whatever, like I just feel like the conversations are different.
Well, I think so, because I think there's anecdotes where they could each call on that they've been there. Like you and I have neither stood over an 8-foot putt at Augusta, nor have we served for the match in England. Like we can't call on those things. I would also say, I honestly don't know off the top of my head, but I would bet all my money, when you think about where Tiger grew up, where he went to school, the sport that he plays, I'm pretty sure Tiger I would imagine he has a more than surface knowledge of tennis.
Oh, I would think so.
I want to say I remember maybe seeing a documentary recently where he played tennis with like an ex of his when he was at Stanford.
Gotcha.
So I think Tiger is not only a tennis fan, but also at least was an avid tennis player once upon a time. So there's that level, but it's also, I mean, listen, man, take the whole Venus thing kind of messes this up because, Serena had a sister that was in the spotlight before she was. And I'm hesitant to make this comparison because I hate lazy comparisons. Tigers of color, Serena's of color, two athletes in sports that aren't really, no, take race out of it as well. Obviously, a little bit of a different upbringing with Serena and Venus. Well, I don't know if it was actually a different upbringing. I mean, people get lost in the Compton thing, but Serena and Venus both had their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger they both had strong family structures. I think the point I'm trying to land on here is that if I were to tell you that Serena Williams is the Tiger Woods of golf and that Tiger Woods is the Serena Williams of tennis, I think I got that right. I feel like there's a lot of similarities to your point about them having conversations and how they approach the game, what their mental attitude is.
Yeah. Well, and I think even the difference in the two, because they're both individual sports, but you could go to a golf tournament and I'm going to the golf tournament. You went to the tennis match last night. You're going for Serena.
Yes.
For that specific, if you're at center court in that stadium, you want to watch Serena. And I think that's why the Stars were there, and they're going to be there Friday and for however long this goes. And honestly, if it goes as long as she would like it to, imagine that ticket, quarterfinals, semifinal, that kind of thing.
Well, the happiest people in the world, what is it, ESPN that has it right now?
Yeah, I mean,
the ratings.
What are the tennis numbers normally compared to what they're going to get? And then the second, if she were to lose,
that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I mean, I'm done with it.
No, if she loses, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care who.
Yeah, and I like tennis. I mean, but I
do
don't know.
too.
I say I'm done with it, but like I might flip it on or like, okay, but I'm not. Last night I made an appointment. Like
Yes.
I'm watching Serena.
I knew that match started
Yep.
at 4:00.
Mhm.
Let's see, the A's and Nationals were on. There was a couple of.
I didn't change a lot.
I
Of
did not
channels.
have a second TV on. I
Yeah.
wasn't flipping. It was all about this tournament. And when you really get into a tournament, when you get into a tennis match, it's one of the reasons why I miss watching tennis. It's why individual sports matter so much. It really is like a boxing match because you can see ebbs and flows. You can see runs. You can see one player get hot and the other. And last night, what I saw in Serena is I saw, not that she threw the second set, but I think she also knows when to turn it on, when to conserve energy.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to throw this, but I'm not doing the extra effort because I need to come out in set 3 and kick some butt.
Yeah.
It's the chess match. It's the things that you notice throughout the match.
And I love that part of it. The mental aspect of sports where, Serena's just been in that more.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean she was going to win for sure in the third set, but it's like, okay, I know what I need to call on. I know what I need to do. Now execute it. And she's done it before.
I will say this as we break. It did, watching all that and being in such awe of Serena Williams and everything. It did make me, it reminded me of a question that I've always had, or I've had for a long time, but I just haven't watched enough tennis lately to even care. But why are we still at 3 sets with women? Why are we not at 5?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's incredible. I feel like that's incredible.
My only answer is that's what it was, but it doesn't mean it has to stay that way.
Well, there are a lot of, as you know, there are a lot of things it was.
Right.
It's incredibly insulting. Oh. You can't have 5 sets. You're a lady.
It's too much.
It's too much. You're gonna get sweaty.
Right.
You're gonna, dude. Please, these are world-class athletes.
Yeah.
They're awesome. They'll run you, me, and everybody else into the ground. I mean, I'm honestly surprised. I'd like to talk to somebody who is, for example, a female tennis player, somebody involved in that. Like, there's got to be something I'm missing. Why are they not ticked off about it? Why is that not an insult to them? Or bring the guys down to 3 sets, but I'd prefer both go 5.
Yeah.
I think a 5-set just barn burner is one of the greatest things in all of sports. I think one of the greatest things, to be honest with you, beyond the world of sports, is getting good value for your money. When it comes to trucks, for example, you can't beat that at Hoblet. Oh my goodness. All 5 sets of savings with the Make This the Summer event right now at Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. The best savings of the summer happening right now. Up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Save thousands with an unheard of 2.9% APR for 72 months. With up to $10,750 in savings as well. California's #1 Ram truck dealer. #1. With also savings about the $7,500 off MSRP. New 2022 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cabs. Save thousands with that super low 2.9% APR for 72 months. That's up to $7,000 in savings, and they've got 20 to choose from. Your perfect new truck today is waiting for you. Auga? Yeah, I thought so. Hoblet's Ram Truck Center. Search, select, and save through the full inventory at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period. Hour number 3 coming up. And we start out with an old friend. Chris Landry is going to talk a little college football, a little NFL. I want to talk to him about Trey Lance, him getting cut, and how tough it is for scouts. The former scout, Chris Landry of LandryFootball.com, joins us next.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people that play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility, and Nature Wood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Now, local businesses can get closer to every customer in their city with fast, affordable shipping. Introducing USPS Connect Local. You want speed? We deliver same or next day. You want savings? We give you supplies at a flat rate. You want less legwork? We do free pickups. Move your local business forward with the United States Postal Service. Let's connect at USPSConnect.com/local. Specific markets, restrictions apply. Same day or next day delivery expected, but not guaranteed with entry close to final destination.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to the first day of September on this Thursday. Out the door, it's a comfortable start to the day, but it's going to heat back up in the afternoon. We'll expect highs around the valley floor, 102 to 106. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
No matter what the temperature is outside, you always want plenty of hot water inside. So right now, get $250 off any water heater replacement. Now that's a hot deal. Schedule now at Bonnie.com.
I'm sure you've heard the phrase, let Safe Credit Union put you first. Well, that phrase is honest, genuine, and sincere. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa for Safe Credit Union. At Safe, you're not a number. You are part of a member-owned, community-focused family. Explore the benefits of saving, borrowing, and investing with a partner who puts you first. Safe Credit Union is insured by NCUA.
When there's trouble in the bedroom, it can hurt more than just your confidence. It can hurt your marriage or dating life. Not knowing if you'll be able to perform at any moment doesn't help either. Pacific Men's Clinic can help. Go to the clinic that specializes in one thing, making your love life the best it can be by solving the problem at its source. Pacific Men's Clinic's non-invasive procedure. It's safe and pain-free. Call 916-545-7577 for your free consultation now. That's 916-545-7577.
Your Sacramento State Hornets kick off the 2022 football season this Saturday, September 3rd at 7:30 against Utah Tech. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. We are the home for the Kings, Raiders, the NFL, and the A's. It's Sactown Sports 1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Remember when we started out the show and Jason, we were talking about things that why I'm so happy today. It's September 1st.
Yes.
Even though it's still 108 degrees outside, I know that we're just
we're here, basically.
I mean, we're literally a week from today's the first game of the football season. Then you have the first Sunday and all that. There are just little things that let you know that fall is on the way and fall is the best time of the year. I've talked to Chris Landry for years. You've talked to Chris Landry for years. Talking to Chris Landry
means football's here.
You know, okay, so like if you, it's something like it's like you walk through the mall and all of a sudden the smell of your mother's perfume hits you, and you know it brings you back, or
it just feels right.
Yeah, it just you some baked goods at things like you know that all is right in the world. And you can check him out at LandryFootball.com. I mean, there might be somebody out there that knows as much as Chris Landry about football, but there's nobody that knows more.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. We're so happy to have him on with us. Chris, it's Dave, it's Jason. Good morning. How are you?
Oh,
nope. Hold on. Do we have him?
I am here.
There you go.
Good morning.
That whole intro. And then we didn't have you potted up.
I know. I was saying that I got my Santa Claus outfit on because Christmas is here.
Yes.
Football season is here.
Yes, it really is. And for you, it's a year-round thing. You never stop. I mean, obviously, I'm looking at the site right now at LandryFootball.com, and there's everything you could possibly want when you're talking about previews. You're talking about podcasts, deep dives, all that fun stuff. I want to start asking you, and by the way, let me apologize, listeners. Boy, would that have been big news if Trey Lance had been cut, as I said going into the break. Trey Sermon was cut by the Niners yesterday. Chris, this was a pet project. I loved him at Ohio State. I bring up the Northwestern game all the time when he broke the record. And then when my Niners grabbed him, I thought, oh, my God, this is it. And then a 6th-rounder in Elijah Mitchell ends up taking the job, and they cut this guy a year later. And that, to me, just underlines the difficulty scouts like you and so many others have, where how do you figure out how it translates from an Ohio State to San Francisco or does not?
Well, first of all, I think he's a good back. And I think that we had it on Landry Football. We had kind of a list of guys to not be surprised if they get released about 3 weeks ago, and Trey was on it because I think that in this system, the backs are very fungible. Backs are very fungible to begin with anyway. It has the shortest lifespan in the league, so they're always looking for younger guys that can do similar things or the same thing, or maybe even do it better. And you can't keep enough of those guys, and at some point, you're going to have to allocate a second contract to them. And I just think that they just got into a numbers game. I still think the guy can play. I still think he can be very effective. The other thing is just in this run offense, this very well-schemed run offense, a lot of backs have success. It does not mean that anybody can go and do it, but there are more guys that can be successful as running backs in this system than in most systems because it's very friendly. If you've got good vision, they create a lot of, by scheme, a lot of openings for the run game. So you hear a lot about quarterback-friendly, offenses. This is a running back-friendly offense.
Chris, to kind of continue on that and tap into your scouting background, the Raiders as well. I mean, they cut a first-round pick, Alex Leatherwood, who didn't play well for them. And I don't know if it's as much a new regime in there or it's an indictment on him. They missed there, too. When a lineman like that goes that high and doesn't work, what happens? Where's the miss there?
The miss was by the previous, people that ran it, the draft for the Raiders. The guy was a good player. He was a 3rd-round pick at best. And, it's just one of those cases where, when you're on TV and people are giving you information to help you do your job, that's one thing. But when you've got to make your call yourself, it exposes your inability to evaluate. That's just a guy that had no business being, drafted that high. And it's not really fair to him because it's like, well, what did he do wrong? What he did wrong was he just got drafted too high. That's not his fault. Right. He's a good player. He's a good player and he'll have a chance to play. He's not a guy. He's a guard, probably more than anything. But he's certainly not someone who'd been taken that high. And because they threw him in there, look, this new regime's not going to put up with, other people's mistakes. So they're cleaning house, but he'll get another chance. And probably when you take away the whole, well, he's a first-round pick, you need to be great, moniker away from him, the guy will have, I think, a decent career. It's just, he was overdrafted. It's just people that don't know how to draft and are not involved in it. We all make mistakes, but that was one which clearly was people that were running it that had no clue.
Chris Landry joining us. It's funny. We were talking similar thing, Chris, yesterday about that previous regime, and we were going back through their first-round picks, the Cleveland Ferrells of the world and Jonathan Abrams and all these guys with the exception. None of them ended up with that extension, even though Josh Jacobs remains with the team. But the first-round record for the Raiders since, I want to say, 2015-16 was horrible. That being said, in the Cleveland Ferrell draft, they still ended up with Crosby, Renfro, and Jacobs, who all made Pro Bowls. So my question again to you, as somebody who's actually been there, I'm not going to ask you if drafting in the later rounds is easier, but does the draft severely change for scouts, after the 2nd or 3rd round, where it opens up a little bit for those successes?
Well, it depends on the situation. Like in the Raiders, those guys you mentioned, those were the coaches making the calls on that. Gotcha. They were the guys in the guys at the top were the personnel guy, again, that was a little inexperienced. So they listened to the coaches a little bit more about, who to go. And look, I mean, it happens. I think that we're seeing more and more guys that maybe get a job. And this is just my belief. And of course I'm biased because I come from a coaching and scouting background, but I believe if you're going to be a GM, I think someone with a coaching and scouting background, and by that, not talking about it on TV, but actually having coached the game at this level scouted for years at this level, and it takes a lot of experience. I don't care who you are, sports talk show host, lawyer, accountant. I mean, you are thrown into a business that you're not qualified for to make decisions. It's going to be very, very difficult to have success. In fact, it's almost just by happenstance when you have it. I think that has a lot to do with it. We're seeing more and more guys that are not from a football background get in that business, but the ones that get away with it are ones that just listen to their coaches a little bit more, which is fine. But I like to say, let's all go in our room and study players and let's debate it. But everybody that's being in the debate session has to be people that know what they're talking about and not just influenced by what a coach says. I always tell my coaches this, and I always tell my scouts this. I don't want telephone scouts. I don't want guys that try to check with their buddies. Let me go see what the running back coach thinks and what the defensive line coach thinks. And all of a sudden you got to that doesn't do any good. That's just, I wanted people that can sit there and say, I see him this way, even if it's different than the way we all see him, because then I want to be able to go in and as a group look and make decisions. Groupthink has to be with people that really can think as it relates to football. I think that's what separates the good organizations from the bad ones. We all know who they are. And that's the difference in why, they've had some success with the Max Crosby because, that was the guy that the coach really liked and they pushed him. And so it works out. But, you've got to have more than just relying upon one individual position coach. You've got to have people that think and see the game in a similar way and understand it the same way. And there's a respect level between them. And that was a big part of the problem. I know with the Raiders and the past regime was coaches didn't respect the GM who had no football background, and that's the problem. That's always a problem when you have it that way.
Chris Landry joining us, LandryFootball.com. A ton of stuff on that website. You got to check it out. Not only NFL, but certainly college. And Chris, first full weekend of college this weekend gives us two matchups of top 11 teams. The surprise to me there is that, you got Notre Dame, Ohio State, and Oregon, Georgia. Both, Ohio State and Georgia in this case, favored by 2 touchdowns plus. Are those matchups that lopsided?
I think that they probably are, but I would, buyer beware if you're thinking about the game in those terms. That first game of the year, those games might be a little bit closer, at least for a stretch, than people might think. I would think, I'm not suggesting people do this, but if you're going to put down Diet Coke on those games, I'd just be thinking that might be a little bit closer first game. But I think that Oregon is really good line of scrimmage team. I don't think they have the playmakers. I think Georgia pulls away in the second half. I think Ohio State is far more athletic than Notre Dame, more explosive. But I do think Notre Dame physically at the line of scrimmage can hang with Ohio State after a while. And Ohio State, I think it's big that they're at home, but particularly on the road, but just in general, home or away, in early games like this have not fared as well. So a lot's expected of Ohio State, lots expected of the improvement of their defense with their new defense coordinator, Jim Knowles. And I expect them to win. I expect them maybe to win going away in the second half, but I'm kind of thinking more like, I'd be more comfortable with like a 13-14 rather than 17. But who knows? I do like Ohio State and Georgia in those games. So
Chris Landry with us. Last one, 15 years ago today. 15 years ago today. 31-point underdog Appalachian State.
Oh, wow.
Goes into the Big House and takes out Michigan. Listen, top of your head, Chris, but you've forgotten more about college football than most of us will ever know. Is that number one? Where is that rank for you? And I mean, gosh, are we ever going to see anything like that again?
You know what else was, and how's this for a good start? You guys are in the media business, TV, radio. That was the opening game, first game ever on the Big Ten Network. How's that for a
splash?
Because you get those games and you say, oh yeah, the good games over there, but we got to go with the lopsided games. And boom, they had the game that you just did it 15 years ago. We're talking about it. It's one of the big upsets. I do think, point spread wise, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember, but wasn't the Stanford upset, Jim Harbaugh Stanford upset of number 1 USC? I think that was maybe just as big of a point spread upset. But that in terms of Appalachian State, Michigan in the big house, I just think the setting of that probably will, at least we think about that game. We talk about that game a lot. So it certainly is in that pantheon of big upsets.
Hey, Jason, you want to know why Chris Landry is such a special guest?
Why is that?
2007, Stanford Cardinal beat USC 24-23, despite USC being favored by 41 points.
Wow.
41 points.
41.
Oh my God, yeah. 41. And I don't think Michigan was a 41-point favorite.
Probably not.
No.
Because if you remember that Michigan team, that was Lloyd Carr's last year.
Yep.
And they were a good team. It's Appalachian State, Michigan. It sounds, but yeah, I can remember because that wasn't just a USC team. That was a big time, great. No one can stop them USC team, and the Stanford team. That was before Jim got it rolling. That was huge. That was one of those. Okay. I didn't remember 40 points.
41 points. Well, you get nuggets like that. You're just top of his head, and he grabbed it 10 points more than Appalachian State was the dog right there. Chris Landry, LandryFootball.com if you really want to listen to somebody that knows what the heck they're talking about. Chris, we always appreciate you. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Hey, you guys enjoy the weekend kickoff of college football, and we'll hope to talk to you guys again soon. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
Thank you. That is Chris Landry, and we were way late for a break. Always fun to talk to him. When we come back, we'll follow up on a couple of things we spoke about with him. A couple of things that are quite interesting, and they're also Eurobasket getting ready to start. We'll keep an eye on Domantas Sabonis. We're back right after this.
You ask for more 49ers coverage, and Sactown Sports 1140 listen.
Let's go Niner gang!
Get all the latest 49ers news and notes online at SactownSports.com. Plus, make sure to follow us on IG at Sactown1140 for Emil Fragoso's live postgame show following every game.
That is what we expect out of the Niner gang.
Niners win! Your home for the most 49ers coverage in Sacramento. Sactown Sports 1140.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned certified cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our certified cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home of the 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
The Labor Day event from Dell Technologies is here. End the summer strong by starting up a new season of productivity. Your business upgrade begins with up to 48% off top-rated laptops, like Vostro, taking performance to the next level with 12th Gen Intel Core processors. It's time to push your growing business even further. What's next for you? Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
You know they've been here for a combined 50 years. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Welcome back. Thanks to Chris Landry. Go to LandryFootball.com. Yeah, Appalachian State was a 31-point dog to Michigan. versus Stanford, it was a 41-point dog. And he's right. Like, that Michigan team was fine and all.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, Lloyd Carr's last season, that USC team was insane. It was insane.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
App State caught Michigan at the right time, but still had to do it.
Yeah. Did it at the Big House.
Yeah.
That's another place I'd love to go.
Oh, absolutely.
We talk about where Notre Dame plays, the mecca of college football, but the Big House in Michigan, I forget what it's called, but Tennessee, that stadium looks insane. I mean, and a lot of things, these stadiums that just have a lot of people.
Neyland?
It is Neyland, I think. I want to say it's like 100.
Yeah.
Can you imagine 120,000 people in one stadium?
Yeah. I mean, I spent a lot of time at the Rose Bowl going to UCLA games, and there was a time where that was pretty close to 100. They've made modifications, and now it's sad. I'll look at that. Like there's some games last year. Go, man, there's nobody there, but there might be 40.
Sure,
but 40 in a 90s. That looks bad. Looks bad.
That's 4 or 5 Golden One centers sold out. The traffic has to be ridiculous.
It is, but football also is one. Hopefully, you make it an event. So whatever getting early is for you, or to tailgate, or to hang out, or stay late. It's just different. You got to be ready for that.
It's something that I've never experienced, and it's something that I've always been jealous of. The waking up at 5, 6 a.m., whatever you need to wake up on Saturday morning. You've been looking forward to it all week. Gather the friends and family into the truck, roll out to the stadium to where you're going to set up your tent. And you've got all your gear in the corner of your garage every week. So you've got your tent, maybe a generator or whatever to plug in a TV. You've got your barbecues. Some people that are bringing out, those Blackstone griddles now, or both. And you just set everything up. And then, oh, hey, there's the Johnsons. Oh, hey, there's the Smiths. Hey, come on over.
Yeah. One of the best experiences of probably for me and my older brother, I remember, is we would go to the Rose Bowl quite a bit, like the actual Rose Bowl game.
Yeah.
And hopefully UCLA was in it. They weren't always in it.
Right.
But when they were, it was great. But what my dad would do is he would get an RV. And then we'd go, dark 30.
Right.
Rose Bowl game, I think, is 2 or 3. But we're there at 7:30 or 8, parked. And there's other people there, but
7:38 in the morning for a 2,
something like that. But we're parked, we're there. We've got like deli meats and just stuff, and then like people he knew that were going. We're kids. We're throwing the football all day. I don't.
No.
Time is irrelevant. But we have TV. You're watching the other, the Orange Bowl or whatever else, Citrus Bowl, all these other bowl games, and then food and people or drink, and people just keep coming by, and then it's showtime. Let's walk into the game.
What a wonderful way to make friends.
Yes.
Keep friends. What a wonderful way to get fat.
Yes.
Off of great
But when you're a kid too, like you're throwing the ball, like anybody, like you just, throw it here. Like you just throw the ball to anybody.
Yeah,
like,
playing Frisbee, throwing football.
Yeah.
That is America, man.
Yes.
God, I get pumped just thinking about
hours upon hours of just doing that.
We just don't, Forgive me for asking, because I don't. That's not Sac State, UC Davis. There's not that.
There's tailgating. Are there tailgating? But it's not the same. But they have their version and it's good. But I don't even think California is the same. And like if we're talking about, what's going to go on at this Georgia-Oregon game.
Oh my God.
And Notre Dame at Ohio State.
Oh my God.
Honestly, there might be people getting their parking spaces now.
Now, you're right.
That's not a joke.
Midwest, the South, the Southeast, probably East and Northeast. Honestly, really everything, but this side of Denver.
Yeah, and that's with one of the greatest college football teams ever, USC, in the early 2000s. Like they were a machine and a show, and they were full. People would go to the games.
I take that back, Jason. I know Washington State has a great tailgate scene. I imagine UW does. Montana and Montana State's ridiculous.
Yeah, just smaller scale, but incredible.
That whole Big Sky area, Wyoming, Idaho. Washington State, and if I remember correctly, Washington State's in Pullman, Cougars. I want to say University of Idaho's in Moscow, and I want to say those are like 12 miles apart across the border.
I was saying
something,
11, but right there. It's that close.
Say 11. They're so close. So you have these two college towns. It's just, it sucks because I've always felt this way. I think you agree. I think Sacramento is more of a college football town than it knows.
Yeah, and I would say this. So in all my years with Sac State, now there will be the level. There's people that bring an RV out there. There's people that barbecue and tailgate. It's just there's maybe 30 of them,
right?
Not 30,000 that are in that realm,
right?
Amongst the 90,000 that go to some of those games.
And that's not to be taken in any way, shape, or form as a slight to the Hornet program or the Aggie program at all. I've just always wished that. And there's very few examples, but Cincinnati back in the day, Fresno State, I got into it. We took meetings here with people on the board. We were talking about endowments and stuff. And how do you get, and Sac State needs a new home. We know that they've needed that for a while.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things you hear the rumors about the new stadium that might get built, and that might be a potential, at least temporary home for the Hornets. I don't know. I love college football.
Yeah.
Man.
But I think it's like anywhere you go. So there's probably someone that's prepping for Davis plays Cal this week. Sac State's at home.
Yeah.
That if that's their routine, like, okay, I'm getting the brisket together tonight.
Yes.
Seasoning it because I'm, whatever your tailgate routine is, or I'm getting the 6 packs or what, all that stuff, getting ready. Yeah.
And you start getting excited like on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like it's coming.
Yeah.
And you've got 5, 6, 7 home games, whatever it
Yeah.
may be, if that. Want to let you know too that when you graduate college or leave college and make the NFL, that's where you start getting paid a lot more money. Usually,
if you're good at it.
Russell Wilson's very good at it. He and the Broncos agreed to a 5-year, $245 million deal. He becomes the highest paid Bronco in Denver history without even playing a snap.
Nope, not yet.
New owner Rob Walton's biggest signing so far.
Yes, huge expectations though for him.
I would say so too.
Yeah. 165, that guaranteed.
Good luck to Russ. I hope it works out for him.
Yeah.
In the meantime, while Russ is out spending money, you and I are going to be hanging out at our house, cooking the meats, which we have all weekend long. It's a Labor Day sale at Amy's Outdoor Living, El Camino, near Watt, right by Sam's Hofbrau. You can even save on a new Traeger grill. Now, I say you can even save on a new Traeger because Traegers don't go on sale that often. Back Traegers, everybody wants a Traeger, and there's a reason they want a Traeger. They last forever. They're amazing. Jason has one. I have one. They're awesome. Maybe you think it's going to be too hot to cook outdoors? You're wrong, because with a Traeger, you can start the Traeger from inside in your air conditioning, go out, drop the meat on the grill, come back, it'll let you know when it's done. With the handy-dandy probe, the pellet sensor, the super smoke control, the Wi-Fi technology, and so much more. Right now, save $300 off the Timberline Gen 1 850, $1,300, $150 off the Ironwood 650, and $100 off the Pro 575. And why not upgrade the rest of your backyard while you're at it, right? New dining set, new seating, umbrellas, fire pit, sit around at night. Those crisp fall nights around the corner. Take advantage of Amy's Outdoor Living best prices of the year. It's the best prices of the year. Don't wait. Labor Day sale. It's on right now. Hurry in for the best selection. Amy Outdoor Living. El Camino near Watt, right by Sam's Hofbrau. Get in there. Save money. Tell me good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you. We go around the sports world. Sabonis versus Luka Doncic. That's going on today. The NFL's around the corner, and we'll probably fit the Giants in somewhere. We go around the world of sports, and we do it next.
The start of the NFL season is upon us, and Sactown Sports 1140 has all your coverage. Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, and of course, all the NFL action every Sunday. You're home for the NFL all season long. Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to the first day of September on this Thursday. Out the door, it's a comfortable start to the day, but it's going to heat back up in the afternoon. We'll expect highs around the valley floor, 102 to 106. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
It only comes once a year. The spectacular Labor Day sales event at the Roseville Auto Mall. We've got thousands of vehicles to choose from, and they're all on sale. Don't miss out on the savings. It's the Labor Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
The PGA Tour is back in Napa Valley with the Fortinet Championship. Join us September 15th through the 18th at Silverado Resort and Spa for world-class golf, Napa hospitality, and powerhouse performances by Cole Swindell and One Republic. Secure your tickets now at FortinetChampionship.com.
You know you need auto insurance. It's the law, but it can be tough to find coverage that fits your budget. California's low-cost auto insurance program provides affordable, liability-only auto insurance that meets California's legal requirements. AB60 drivers are eligible. Why risk driving without auto insurance when California has an affordable solution just for you? For more information on California's low-cost auto insurance program, go to mylowcostauto.com. That's mylowcostauto.com.
It's Ford's Labor Day Sell-a-thon at your truck headquarters, Folsom Lake Ford. Sell-a-thon savings, low finance rates, and big money for all trades. Don't miss the Labor Day Sell-a-thon at Folsom Lake Ford.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. You know, it's amazing how the housing market has shifted so quickly over the last few months, and having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. We've got just that lender. Of course, it's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. You can check him out at Refinance with Shelby.com. Shelby's team, well known in the real estate market, from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. That makes all the difference. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved up front so you can compete with the cash offers. They're local, fast, and competitive. Even with rates rising slightly from their record lows, there's been an increase in inventory. The market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. The team at United Wholesale Lending can pre-approve you over the phone in under 15 minutes without even running your credit. Refinance with Shelby.com. That's refinance with Shelby.com. NLS number 279051, BRE number 01864354.
My daughter is in middle school, which means my car has to put up with soccer kids kicking the door shut with muddy shoes. So you can expect my car to look a mess. But I defy expectations. Thanks to Quick Quack, I don't have to look like middle schoolers are running this show. Head to Quick Quack for a shine that lets you defy expectations.
So you think you're good at guessing pro football outcomes? Well, Lasher, Elk Grove Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram, and Sactown Sports will pick 5 games, and if you can come closer than Lasher big guy Vince Bloom, you can win a weekly Twin Peaks gift card and a chance to win $50,000 at season's end. Just visit Sactown Sports website for details.
Your Sacramento State Hornets kick off the 2022 football season this Saturday, September 3rd at 7:30 against Utah Tech. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Text or call the show at 916-339-1140 on Sactown Sports 1140.
Well, we won't share that off-air conversation. No. Welcome back. Yeah, Angel Hernandez is losing his World Series spot because he sucks. And baseball is finally standing up to him. Thank goodness. I think I speak for every baseball fan ever when I say, thank goodness.
Yes. Thank you.
Aaron Donald, shockingly, downplayed swinging a helmet at a Bengals player.
I didn't like that.
Or should I say Bengals players, in a brawl at a joint practice last week. Quote, it was just a practice. It was football. I don't really want to go back to nothing negative that happened. To talk about something that happened in practice. My main focus is Buffalo.
Sure. You're fortunate.
He doesn't want to talk about it. Donald isn't subject to punishment from the NFL because the incident occurred during practice. Teams are responsible for disciplining their players. Okay. Like you said, I think right when it happened, you said, well, helmet still hurts just as bad.
Yes.
Whether it's in practice or otherwise.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess if you'd have knocked somebody out.
Why would it have been different?
Maybe broken their face open.
So it had to be on the result? That didn't happen with Myles Garrett.
So stupid. It's just so stupid. The LIV Golf Tour. We talk about that here, there, everywhere. Gary Player has weighed in.
Wow. Did he?
Gary Player does not care about you or your show. And he will ether you when he wants.
Or your show.
Or your show. Gary Player says, quote, I wouldn't take $1 billion for my 9 majors on both tours. I worked hard. I had desire. I traveled the world. It was an education. I met wonderful people. How can you ever be a champion playing a tour with 54 holes and no cut? What sort of tour is that? 54 holes, no cut, a team event nobody understands. It's a tour for people who don't have confidence in their future. They don't have the confidence they can be winners. It's never going to compare to the regular tour. No chance. They've declared war on the PGA. The 86-year-old finished up by turning his fire on Cam Smith, who's the latest recruit. Quote, here's a young man I really thought was going to be a superstar. Now what kind of a future is he going to have? But, dude, honestly, I think will he be able to realize his great dream of being a champion? He says, honestly, I think I think the most devastating thing he said was when he was actually trying to be nice. The one time during the interview, he goes, I don't really blame Henrik Stenson for going. He had no money.
Wow. Catching strays. Poor Henrik.
Henrik Stenson didn't do anything.
Why you leave me and my bank account out of this?
Jeez. But this is a potential superstar. Talking about Cam Smith. I think his advisors have given him the wrong advice. Henrik Stenson had to go. He's broke. Of course he had to do it. But Cam Smith and his mullet, that's a devastating blow. By the way,
player swinging away.
He's also, I think it's kind of funny, he's a Gulf Saudi ambassador. Has been for a long time. All right. Eurobasket's underway.
Yes. You want a scoreboard update?
So this is what? This is Slovenia versus Lithuania?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means Luka versus Sabonis. It's 26-25 Slovenia.
Really?
Yeah. This time it's for real.
For real.
Yeah, it is for real.
I would say this. We're rooting for
Sabonis.
Sabonis
to score 100 points. 101. Break the record.
Wait, hold on. I'm not like entirely familiar in the rules, and I know it gets a little goofy. Why is Sabonis playing for Lithuania? And I know it's like, well, duh, he's Lithuania. No, but like, hold on. Wasn't Sabonis born in Southern California and went to Gonzaga? Like, what's the loophole there? Is it because like his dad, or maybe he has, I don't know, does he have dual citizenship? To my knowledge, and I don't claim to be a Domantas Sabonis expert, but has he ever lived outside the United States? I don't.
He was born in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, he was born in Portland. Well, I guess he started his, it says he started his career in Spain, then moved to the U.S. So he was born in Portland while his dad played is probably what happened.
Yeah.
I'm catching up on this while we go here. Okay, Domantas moved from Portland to Spain in 03-04. So that would have been when he was like 7-8 years old. All right. And then so from the time he was 7 till the time he was 18, he lived in Spain. And then his freshman year was 2014 back at Gonzaga, where he's been ever since. Okay, fine, no problem. But hold on a second. Now I'm really confused because, hold on, he was born in America, raised in Spain, and plays for Lithuania. I just want to know how it works.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not trying to bring up any improprieties, and I
nor suggest.
I know. And I imagine it's because his father, the great Arvydas, not my Vitas, not your Vitas, but our Vitas.
It's Arvydas, yeah.
I'm guessing it has something to do with him and what's going on there. So, anyways, we're rooting for that.
Yes, and healthy. Stay healthy.
Please stay healthy. Please, just please. In fact, I hope they just took him out of the game. I hope they took him out of the game. That's been enough. No problem. Just want to let you know, 1 week from today, Bills, Rams. Here's something interesting. The Bills are facing the Rams, the defending Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
They're facing them at arguably the greatest stadium in the world, SoFi Stadium. The Bills are 2.5-point favorites.
A lot of money on the Bills this year. A lot of people loving Buffalo and Josh Allen.
It's a little weird to me. I mean, maybe I'm not here to say there's no way that happens. I understand the line is to try to keep even money.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going Rams.
Are you?
2.5 for the Bills. Now, again, the Bills might win the game. Don't get me wrong a bit, but it's all about finding value. I think if I had looked down at that page and seen the Rams favored by 2, I think that's a better line. Now, obviously, that would lopside the money over to Buffalo as of right now, but I got to think that line's going to move. It's the Rams.
Right.
They won the title. The Bills didn't even get to the Super Bowl. They're at home. The pomp, the circumstance, the streamers, the fireworks, the celebrities. It's where the Super Bowl was. They haven't had to leave. It's the last time they played a game outside of SoFi Stadium. Jeez.
It's been at least, January?
January, December?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man.
That is a little surprising, I would say.
Isn't that a little
Could have been a
surprising?
pick 'em at least.
Isn't that a little
Could have been a
surprising?
pick 'em at least.
2.5. That means that, I mean, they always say field goal. You get a field goal for what do you say? Be what, 5.5 point
Wow.
favorites?
Without that, yeah, if it's in Buffalo.
In Buffalo, what is going on here? Let's see. Just for the heck of it, the last time they played outside of SoFi Stadium was January 23rd at Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah, that's right. So they had to go there to win, and they did. They got off to a great start and held off Tom Brady and the Bucs.
So basically, since January 2nd, let's put it that way. Since January 2nd, when they were at Baltimore, the Rams have played one game away from SoFi Stadium. Every other game, that home game against San Francisco to end the year, Arizona in the playoffs, San Francisco again in the playoffs, Cincinnati in the Super Bowl, all home games. And you're telling me they're 2.5-point dogs? That's outrageous. Why am I channeling Mad Dog Chris Russa?
I don't know.
I'm not even that upset about this whole thing. We talked to you about Tony Russa. Just trying to wrap up a couple of things here, make sure we get all the important stuff in there. Tony Russa is 77. He is out indefinitely with an unspecified medical issue, but we can say this: within hours of the first pitch, he was getting figured out, and that was the game against the Royals. They were trying to figure out what was going on, and after he visited with a heart specialist, they recommended that he fly out to Southern California, I believe, and go see another one. Like, obviously, there's something going on they don't like seeing. And he's 77. The team's under 500. They're not making the playoffs. And, oh, by the way, he's 77 with apparent heart issues.
Right, but has backing from the owner.
Yeah.
Or has had backing.
Yeah, well, yeah, the only reason he's there is because of the owner, is because of Jerry, what's his name? Reinsdorf.
Yeah.
But
they're only 5 out of first. Now, the problem is that Central's just bad.
Yeah.
League.
It's really bad. And honestly, why bring him back?
Yeah.
Just go
start fresh. Yeah.
Baker Mayfield denied comments that he just wants to just destroy the Browns in game one. I don't know why you deny it, though.
First, I didn't say it. Obviously, I mean, everybody's going to write whatever story they want. There's history that I played over the last 4 years. I'm an extremely competitive person. Everybody knows that. If I wasn't wanting to win, then there would be a really big issue of me being the quarterback here. So I want to win in everything I do. That'll never change. Now, that is not how I phrased it. It's not even what I said. So I'll just leave it at that.
All right. As we, I mean, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
What's wrong with saying it anyways?
We know you want to crush the Browns. I mean, come on. We know it.
Finally, just because I can't really stick this anywhere else, Jeannie Buss talking about LeBron James's extension. I said talking about LeBron James' extension.
It is a big vote of confidence when LeBron James signs a 2-year extension when he had many months to do so. And,
sure.
It was a priority to us. It's a priority to the Laker brand that he retire a Laker. We'll probably enjoy watching him as he approaches becoming the all-time leading scorer in history.
Okay. So that's a vote of confidence. Here's my question. Is it a vote of confidence from the Lakers to LeBron, or is it a vote of confidence from LeBron to the Lakers?
I would say it's the other way around, the LeBron to the Lakers.
I would agree with you.
Yeah, because I think everything he does is with a purpose.
Yeah, it's 100% him saying, okay.
Yeah.
You got a couple more years.
Yeah, I believe enough in what you're doing.
I don't think LeBron James needed a vote of confidence from the Lakers.
No.
Jeannie, I know it's – well, no, that is what you meant, Jeannie.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Nobody cares about your vote of confidence. LeBron James doesn't care about your vote. Russ Westbrook would care about your vote of confidence. We'll take a break. When we come back, we wrap up with the news and celebrity birthdays right after those.
Sactown Sports 1140 is your home of the Las Vegas Raiders for the 2022 NFL season.
Tune your dial to 1140 for all Raiders games.
Plus, you can listen online at SactownSports.com and on the Sactown Sports 1140 app.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's going on, Chad, for Chrysler's Make This the Summer event?
We have the best savings of the summer happening right now with up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. Or save thousands thousands with an unheard of 2.9% APR for 72 months with up to $10,750 in savings. With interest rates going up, this kind of APR can't last long.
But you're California's #1 truck dealer. That can't be it.
That's right. We also have savings up to $7,500 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cabs. Or you can save thousands with the super low 2.9% APR for 72 months. That's up to $7,000 in savings, and we have over 20 to choose from.
Come find your perfect new truck today at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center or search, select, and save through their full inventory at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
12,000 total net savings on Ram 1500 Bighorns after 6,500 factory rebates and 5,500 dealer discounts. 7,500 total net savings on Ram 1500 Laramie after 1,750 factory rebates and 5,750 dealer discounts. Rebates include 1,250 Conquest bonus cash. Must own or lease non-FCA group brand vehicle. And may include 1,500 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance with Chrysler Capital qualify. Special 2.9 APR and improved credit through Chrysler Financial. Must have 700 plus FICO score to qualify. 2.9% for 72 months equals $15.16 per thousand borrowed. 5 or more each net savings. See dealer for details.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Flex. It's a better way to watch. Well, a couple of notes on the Yankees series, especially as it relates to the A's pitching over the past weekend. On Saturday, it was the first time the Yankees had ever been held to just one hit in a game that went as long as 11 innings. And in the last 2 games of the series, the Yankee hitters went 5 for 63. You know, in baseball, sometimes you never know what you're going to see. Ken Korak to tell you there's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there are a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest reliable network, the protection of security edge, and a reliable 5G network powering your mobile devices. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Log on to business.comcast.com for technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
If you want to hit the golf ball farther and straighter, the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers you the opportunity to experience the same technology and major brands used to fit PGA and LPGA Tour professionals. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is an indoor facility that opens onto the driving range so you can see your all-important ball flight. With the advantages of cutting-edge technology and analyzing your ball flight, the Hagen Oaks professional staff will make you a better player. Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway, or call 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
When there's trouble in the bedroom, it can hurt more than just your confidence. It can hurt your marriage or dating life. Not knowing if you'll be able to perform at any moment doesn't help either. Pacific Men's Clinic can help. Go to the clinic that specializes in one thing, making your love life the best it can be by solving the problem at its source. Pacific Men's Clinic's non-invasive procedure. It's safe and pain-free. Call 916-545-7577 for your free consultation now. That's 916-545-7577.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, believing in a better customer experience since 1981. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company and second opinion partner.
Who's hot, you asked me?
Who's hot?
Jason asked him.
Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't. Yeah, okay.
Easter egg.
You're an Easter egg.
Can't argue.
Got him.
The judge. No, not Judy. Aaron.
All rise.
It's September 1st, and Aaron Judge has 15 more home runs than any other player. Kyle Schwarber is not closely in second. Judge joins Babe Ruth, who did it 5 times, as the only player ever to enter September with a lead of at least 15 home runs.
Jay doesn't like that clip.
It's not that I don't like that clip. It's just the out of context nature of it. I think you need like a Judge Judy clip when we talk about Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge? What about?
Jump.
No, it sounds like Judge.
Well, jump is actually Czechoslovakian for Judge, so that works. Who's not?
Who is not?
Those gosh darn Angels.
Oh.
Boy, do they come up in the not part of this segment all the time. Do you know why they're not?
Why?
Because they have a player who's hit 30 home runs and has struck out 100 players 2 seasons in a row.
They did.
His name's Shohei Ohtani, and they still suck.
I mean,
this just in.
It's just, what are you going to do? Just time to sell the thing, Artie Moreno.
Sell the thing.
Well, the thing is up for sale. Well, they're exploring it up for sale.
Well, quit exploring. Just sell
It's
it.
fair.
Okay. Just
one more time.
Just sell the team.
Moreno, Swedish for bear, so that works there as well.
News, notes, No.
Stand by on this frequency.
It's time for the news of the day.
Thank you for ruining the show and dropping a steamer on my journalistic integrity.
Today's important headlines, intelligent analysis, hard-hitting interviews.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Oh my God, I love those guys.
100% need to get Sean Cunningham on here.
Yes.
Do that to him. According to a very good source, media reporter for the Sports Business Journal, John Arand, the viewership number for Amazon's preseason game featuring the Niners and Texans is in 1.03 million, average age 51 years old.
Oh, wow.
Gen X coming through for Amazon.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just 1,000 viewers streamed Amazon's Spanish language feed with an average age of over 65 years old.
Wow.
I can say Amazon in Spanish.
Amazon? I truly don't. I think no, I'm dead serious. I think it probably is. I think it's Amazon with the thinger over the O.
It's the thinger. That's what they call it.
I don't remember what it's called. Is it a tilt? No, wait.
It's a thinger. Let's go with that.
There's like the schwa and then the
schwa?
The thing. Not the loopy.
Like the Kyle Schwarber?
End, but the thing over the O.
Oh.
Yeah, the thingy.
I think it's like Amazon. I do. I don't know. I could be wrong. Google Translate. Glass half full. More than 1 million game viewers for Amazon's better than most expected for a preseason game. Half empty. Amazon's viewership number lags behind traditional linear television.
Of course it does.
In San Francisco, yeah, I mean, of course it will, right?
Yeah.
In San Francisco, that's 280,000 over-the-air viewers out of that 1 million. 240,000 in Houston. So over half of all total viewers came from either San Francisco or Houston.
Hey, we were viewers of it.
We viewed it. We enjoyed it. It was cool. Josh Gordon has signed with the Titans.
Oh, I remember him.
The practice squad. He is getting another shot, and I hope that he makes it. But yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo today will practice with the 49ers full squad for the first time. Playbook and everything.
Still handsome, by the way.
On the real field?
Yeah, on the real field, he is handsome. Yes. Today
Maybe we'll draw a picture of him.
That's what I'm saying. Of him practicing.
Yeah.
Also, Jimmy Garoppolo, only backup quarterback in NFL history with a Subway commercial.
Gotta be. I mean, Happy Gilmore had one.
I mean, did like Mark Brunell, like Packers Mark Brunell, have a Subway commercial that we know of?
None for Blaine Gabbert?
No, none for Blaine Gabbert.
Today is September 1st. There's a lot going on here. A lot I don't understand. Today is National Acne Positivity Day.
Oh.
What is there possibly positive about it? Acne sucks.
I think it's like the body positive thing where like it doesn't matter what you look like, embrace it, right?
I guess.
Your face looks like a pepperoni pizza.
Well,
Yay!
Why do you
your
want
face.
to embrace it? Like, geez, my daughter's got acne. He's going through that. And
Yeah.
It sucks.
The reason why there's medication for
I'm
it.
saying we all kind of. I spend more than a car payment on her creams and all that garbage just because I'm not trying to be positive about it. Today's World Letter Writing Day. Gentlemen, when was the last time you wrote a letter?
Yesterday in class.
You'd write a letter.
Who'd you write a letter to?
Oh, I thought you meant like an actual, like a letter like ABC.
Stupid. I wrote a letter this morning.
Does like a thank you card count?
You know, I'd say
That's equivalent.
I think it does.
Well, last year for Isaiah's birthday, thank you cards.
Did you?
Nice.
Good for you. I'm a big fan of thank you cards. I can't remember the last time.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I can't remember.
I might pen you a letter.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Maybe pen pals?
Yeah.
That'd be fine. Today is National Burnt Ends Day. I can get behind that. If you don't know what Burnt Ends Day,
If you know, you know.
once, yeah, you're right. Once considered trimmings or leftovers, no. Burnt ends came from the point of a brisket.
What's considered delicious.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. If first off, if you're not into brisket, get there. Secondly, if you're not into the burnt ends, the things you can do with them now. We take our burnt ends, and it's just this. It's not for everybody because my son has no tolerance, but a little spicy. I roll them in brown sugar and a little sauce, and it's just this sweet, spicy,
savory
burnt end. Now in the morning,
you sound turned on right
now.
now.
Food is just. Now listen, the next day you're also going to experience burn ends.
Oh,
it's the food that keeps on giving, but oh my goodness, it's worth it. And finally, National Hotel Employee Day. You know what? I'm with that.
Give them a hug.
Give them a hug, or I don't know. They probably freak out. Maybe.
Everybody down at the DoubleTree, free chocolate chip cookies on me.
Oh my goodness! You know what? I need to do that this weekend. I have the recipe. Not like I
thought you were gonna go to a DoubleTree and
just get cookies.
Okay, real question: if any of you guys ever pretended to be staying at the DoubleTree in order to get a cookie?
No, but every time that thought comes up, I think about doing it.
Right,
but I haven't done it.
I've done it once, and it worked.
Did you get one?
No, I got like 4.
There you go.
I didn't share. I was fat.
They're good. In the
They're
bag.
They're the best.
Yeah, a little sleeve.
Delicious,
and they're in
man.
that little fridge, but with worms. Celebrity birthdays.
Celebrity birthdays. We're September 1st. Happy September 1, everybody. Let's go with Dr. Phil. How old is Dr. Phil today?
You know what? Happy 70th birthday to Dr.
It's a big one for Dr.
Philip K. Johnson.
Nah, Dr. Phil's the big 69.
He's doing that again, huh? Dave?
Such a cheater.
It's a cheater move. 72.
Hey, you're cheating. Cheating doesn't pay. Cheaters never prosper.
Dr. Phil would like sit me on his couch. I don't know why he's cheating.
Is that?
The man's playing the game fair, and you're over here trying to cheat to win. What? Cheaters don't prosper in anything.
Is that Dr. Phil or is that Jay? I can't tell.
Oh, that's Dr. Phil.
Was that Dr. Phil?
Yeah.
I can't even, or that wasn't Jay doing impersonation? I can't tell the difference.
Dr. Phil's always here.
Is he a real doctor? I don't think so.
Like Dr. Oz.
Yeah, not a real
Like,
Dr. J?
Dr. J's more of a real doctor.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr.
Yes.
Dr. Feelgood.
Ooh.
Yes.
You're the king of the doctors. Dr.
Duncanstein.
Well, I just learned this about Jason. He comes from a family of doctors.
Oh, learned doctors?
Yes, learned many leather-bound books.
Dr. Gooden.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Ock.
Dr. Brown.
Dr. Ock.
Literally invented a time
Doc Ock
machine.
from the Spider-Man movie. No. Dr.
Love.
Wait, Dr. Zhivago.
Yes.
Dr. Jerry Buss.
Yeah. Dr.
What kind
Jerry
of-
Punch.
What? Dr. Ferdy Pacheco.
Yes.
What kind of doctor was Jerry Buss? Anyone know?
He was a scientist of some
Was
sort.
he?
He built stuff, man.
So it wasn't like a foot or
No, he wasn't
Okay,
an
so-
orthopedic.
No,
he
I'm
was
just
not
saying.
an orthopedic
I'm
doctor.
just saying. I don't like doctors that aren't really doctors. That call themselves-
Chiropractors.
Like, here's the thing. I don't think if you have a PhD, you should be called a doctor. And my cousin's a PhD, and she calls herself a doctor, and she's very proud of it. And she should be, but I feel like it's misleading.
Yeah.
PhD more like a
Is
professor.
there a doctor in the house? And then, you run up?
If you don't know how to save lives, and if you're not a doctor's
Yes.
a medical doctor.
Yeah.
You're on the plane. Someone's like choking. Here comes the chiropractor.
Right.
Come on, bro. I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor of English literature.
Yes.
This guy's having a heart attack. Well, I will read a sonnet.
Yes. I can write you his.
Yeah. Get out of here with your fake doctor.
I'm Dr. Oz. You're having that issue right now because you're not eating right.
I think there should be a special title for PhDs. And it's not doctor.
How about PhD?
Fine.
You know
Yeah.
me.
Think about it, like how you have like Remy Martin Esquire as a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why can't it be like, Remy Martin PhD? Like that sounds like it's like Murder She Wrote. Like it's a cool little ending to it. Celebrity birthdays.
Barry Gibb.
Barry Gibb.
Barry
From
Gibb.
the Bee Gees.
Yeah, from the Bee Gees.
Oh, jeez.
It's a Barry Gibb talk show.
Too.
Barry Gibb. Happy 74th to Barry Gibb.
76.
He is 76.
That's
Gloria Estefan.
Oh, do that conga.
Gloria Estefan is actually, she doesn't look it, but she's 72.
Gloria Estefan, 67.
Gloria Estefan is 65. Tim Hardaway.
Tim
Junior
Hardaway.
or senior?
Senior.
Tim Hardaway Sr. is 59.
55.
56. How about former King Cat Mobley? Katina Mobley.
Katina Mobley. One of my cats is named Katino.
Oh.
True story. Jeffrey and Katina.
One of mine is Mobley. I don't have cats.
Katino Mobley, who actually doesn't he have a big gray beard now? I think
he
Katino
does.
Mobley is actually 56.
47.
He's 46. How old's Katina the cat?
Katina the cat is 8.
Okay.
He's already,
Graybeard.
Any day now.
Oh, wow.
Any day now. We're ready. You annoying little cat. For everybody, I'm the guy, and we'll see you tomorrow. Jim Rome is next. Love you, and bye-bye now.
Live and past broadcasts of the Carmichael Day